think it's going. Yes, it's going. Okay, so great. Welcome. Normally we do a Dungeons and Dragons on Friday, but we're not doing a Dungeons and Dragons on today because we're missing a couple players, and the players that we're missing are quite integral to what's happening in that story. So we're going to do a Cyberpunk Red one shot, and we've invited a couple of the players from the Tuesday night game to come hang out. That said, everyone in this group is going to be arriving at the Astral Sea Club in Haywood at about the same time. Let me go ahead and zip to that. And, oh, great. Okay. Let's fix that. And we'll do a little bit of this to get it going. So they arrive. Everyone's arrived at the Astral Sea Club. That said, the club is going full steam. We've got some good music going. And people you're looking for are probably here. It's the happeningest place in all of Haywood. That said, Shaker, you've been here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You're already well into your second cup of random drink. The barkeep has seen you here the past couple of nights. One night you got absolutely slaunchered. You think you talked to some people. Your main goal was to try and talk to Grease, a fixer in the region, and someone you're familiar with. You've actually done some gigs with him in the past. But right now, you and him are not exactly on the best terms because his apartment got completely decimated by a group of corpos who were not looking for him. They were looking for you. But fortunately, no one got zeroed in the process, and you managed to get him out nice and safe, and the apartment complex actually still belongs to him thanks to your interventions. You're waiting for an opportunity to sit with Grease. You also have received a text message from another fixer that said to meet here as well, so you're hoping at least one of these two situations evolves into a job.
And who's the fixer? What's the fixer's
The
name?
other fixer's name happens to be Zigzag. Zigzag, you just arrived, and Zigzag is played by Zach. You just arrived. You very, 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 very graciously got courted down the way by one of the dolls at the door over to Grease's booth over in the far right, bottom right corner. Sitting with him at the time of your arrival is a Japanese man in kind of a long coat with a sword on his back. The sword's off to the side actually, because he's sitting down. When you arrive, he gets up, puts the sword onto his back, and kind of steps off to the side. Still sitting at the booth as you're basically granted a seat there is Grease, the fixer, and his netrunner, who is known as Red Eye. You're currently sitting there waiting for the conversation to start, and that's where we'll begin. But since you got mentioned before I was ready to do that, we're going to cycle back around to some other people. So sitting at the BD booth in the center of the area, you've got a couple of other individuals. One of them is a med tech named Dish. Dish was texted by Zigzag as well, and he's waiting on a job. He's passively familiar with the other individual at the BD booth. They might have seen each other or, pass each other's, deeds here or there. Nothing to cement there. But the other individual that's present at the BD booth is, oh my god, my brain, I just fried it. I was about to say it's Shaker again. It is Salt. Salt is another solo. You can see that he has some pretty mean-looking cyber eyes, a kind of flare blue in the whole lights of the whole scene. He also has.
Roshi or what?
They look like they are Kuroshi, actually. Yeah. It looks like he has a sword as well, not too dissimilar from the guy in the way, but it's not a katana. Looks like it's kind of like a straight sword. It's a Jingyum, Korean sword. Anyways, that's it for those two. Walking into the Astral Sea, just dropped off by the Nomad Calvin after their last job. Two ladies walking in, not too unfamiliar with the scene. Specifically, the first one, Crystal, you're walking in like you own the place. Been here a couple of times. The doll that normally greets you is just walking back like she just dropped someone off. She sees you and she says, "Oh, hey, you're that one that finished that gig for Greece, aren't you?" And just as she's about to respond. Odette, probably already bored with that conversation, sees the bar and acknowledges there's alcohol behind it. Odette being dressed in a bright white dress, which stands the fuck out in this place because most people are wearing kind of chrome and kind of bright colors, but nothing that pops as loudly as the white dress she's in. She's also carrying a little handbag and it looks like a syringe, and she's walking over to the bar as Crystal is being talked to by the doll. Unless you wanted to wait along and listen to that conversation, Odette.
Oh no, I'm going to the bar.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, cool. You see that weird solo that Crystal was flirting with the other night at the bar as well? Like he's still there, like he has nothing better to do in his life. So maybe the stories she was telling about him aren't true, and he is just a loser. That said, Dan, roll me a D10. Just on your roller thing on the left side. All right. She's got medical symbols on her dress and her attire, and she appears to have kind of like a doctor's look. You don't know if it's just like fashion or anything. You don't recognize her.
Ooh. Natalie, I'm trying to...
That said, yeah, back to Grease and Zigzag. So, Zigzag, sitting across from you, is a handsome-looking devil. And he says to you, so, Anika set us up, and I think we have a good understanding of what we're talking about doing here. He says as he kind of slides out a data shard onto the table. If you want to go ahead and take a look, see what I'm talking about. I'll be short. I've been having some problems with some scavs up near the old city center who've been dipping into my territory. Not too big a fan of having scavs in the Glen, tricking all sorts of folks into coming up to their apartment, getting on buses aren't legit, and moving them around the city to places where they're not going to do too much in the surviving department. All the scavs wants is parts, and well, I don't want any scavs. But my main issue is not really an extermination process. It's more or less just an acquisition process and making the job a little bit easier for some hired guns I have in mind for that extermination bit. But if you kill them all, so much the better. Bonuses galore.
Oui, 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 je comprends. Say, you asked me to get some individuals together for this. They should be meeting us here any minute now. Yes.
Yeah, and I actually think I have a couple hands who might be able to help you out. Local folks who might be able to maybe assist. I think one of them you might actually have heard of, Crystal. She worked for Anika a little bit.
Oui, yes, Crystal. This name is familiar to me. Yes.
You see him kind of gesture over to you, Crystal, from across the way.
Ah, bonjour, bonjour. He gets up to go to give you a couple of kisses.
I'm in love with this.
Hello again. Now I kind of regret dropping the Valley Girl voice, but it's all good.
You can throw it on for this session if you want to.
No, we're not in the mood for it.
So
I gotta prep for that shit. It's good to see you again.
So, real quick, let me just zigzag one moment. I'm just going to handle some business here.
Of course. I'd love to catch up with this Crystal, you say?
Yes.
As I understand it, the job went swimmingly. You got the merchandise to where it was going. Everything went according to plan, yeah?
It did.
Great. Perfect. I'm happy. Biotechnica's happy. Everybody's happy.
Great.
All right, moving along. He points to the shard. Go ahead and slip that in there, Zigzag. And he's asking you to put the shard in your neck so you can interface with it. And when you do so, and this is not for everybody, but everyone's going to see it anyway, so I don't have to go over it multiple times as you put the shards into your neck. He says, we're taking a look at the current cityscape around our region. If you can see, there's a highlighted portion on the city map. That's a building up near the old city center. That's a couple cars, a couple folks run past. and it's pretty close to bad territory. That said, that's an old abandoned apartment building, which, from what I understand, got hit with quite a bit of debris from the initial explosion of Arasaka Tower back in 23, but seems to have been renovated in a sense and taken over by a group of scabs. Not terribly happy with their presence, especially encroaching in my territory, but whatever. The main goal of this gig is as such. Apartment's 3 stories tall, and inside there are 3 things I need done. Number 1, a woman. Where did my notes go? I closed my notes out. Oh, that's the one. Let me go ahead and reopen that folder.
It's okay. You take your time.
A woman by the name of Gaia was taken and is last to have been located on the first floor of the apartment, which you are currently seeing in the shard. She needs to be recovered. If she can't be recovered, I need you to have one of the med techs, Crystal, I believe Odette's with you.
She is.
Hopefully she'll be down for the gig. And the one that you have lined up, Zigzag.
I did contact my friend. Yes, mon ami shall be arriving as well.
Hopefully one of them savvy in ripping a person's heart out, and the other one, or the same one, I don't care which, is able to cryo them and keep that heart on ice. Very important. Very important piece of bioengineering that we need to get back. So if she's not salvageable, if she's been zeroed out, give me that heart. Working or not, I don't care. But in the state that you find it in, no worse.
Understood.
Second, on that same floor, we've got an individual who is currently harvesting most of the materials that run through this specific apartment complex. Individual by the names of James Harnett. He goes by the name of Beekeeper. I don't know why. Last known picture we had, he was in a hazmat suit that was bright yellow. Maybe he's being cheeky. I don't know. Regardless, kill him. If no one else dies in that building, fine. Him, head splattered. Photographic evidence, that's what I need.
Could just bring you the head, too.
Oh, comodito, his last name is Hornet?
Hornet, that's right.
Ah, oui, yes. I see. He's clever, man, yes.
You see him kind of like answer that question kind of sidelong as he's like staring at Crystal, and he's like, and he kind of stops and then looks back at you for a second, Zigzag, with like a, did you hear what she just said kind of look? And then he looks back at Crystal and says, yeah, or his fucking head, that works too. Then he looks back over at Zigzag and he says, and then that's all for the first floor. Now keep in mind, what we do know is a individual by the name of Matilda currently runs the operation. They function as an apartment complex that rents out to people. Typically people who get the apartment complex flyers or sheets and end up staying there for a week or so go missing. No address, no forwarding, no nothing. So she's definitely a problem. From what I understand from her rap sheet, she's pretty deadly with a knife. Keep an eye out. And they also have some pretty hardcore turrets out in the front. But those aren't the ones I'm worried about. The main ones I'm worried about are on the top floor. And what I need done with those, kind of does kind of a sweep and your view kind of shifts. At the markers in the top far, or in the 4 corners on this map, are Militech anti-air turrets, and that's a problem for us because we have a plan of riding in with an AV, landing on their roof, and then just straight destroying the shit out of every human being in that place.
So you do not want these turrets activated when you arrive, yes?
If you can get into their system, destroy their system, or go upstairs and disable them in some other way, great. I'm pretty sure I didn't ask you for a runner or a tech or anything like that, so this is the most tertiary of objectives. In fact, if you can't do this, then the other thing I want you to do would be sufficient. On the second floor, the current known captain, runner, leader, whatever, boss, guy, goes by the name of Smiley. Do not like him. If you can kill him, looks over at Crystal, will bring me his fucking head. Great. Actually, no. Well, yes. No.
You want more than his head? I'm sure she's happy to cut off other parts.
He looks at Crystal and he says, no, exactly what I want is his head. Do not shoot him in the head. I need the whole head intact. Perfect.
Treat it like we hunting deer, yes.
Okay, so this gig is 10K or 10,000 per, okay? And that's
Right,
straight
right.
up, just that's the price. If you can complete the objectives I've listed. If you can bring me back that head, I will double the payment for your entire group. If you can secure out the turrets on top, I will double it again. So if you do
mon
both,
ami.
40. If you do one of them, 20.
You always know how to sweeten the pot.
This is serious shit. This is my turf. I do not.
I'm
lie.
always serious. You know me. Come on.
It's really. It's really. It's almost. It's. I think Kevin's is better. I'm gonna. Be
Oh yeah, I definitely had way too much to drink before I started this accent.
You know what? At least you're honest.
I'm thoroughly impressed, actually. So just keep it up.
And
Yeah, it's.
She actually speaks French.
Je parle le français un peu.
Anyway, scooting from youth group in the booth, Shaker, you see the girl from the other night that you talked to briefly kind of move back over to Grease's table. This is the second time you've seen her go over there, so you know she's obviously pretty important. And
I would peg her as a solo right away, right?
you
Yeah.
definitely came to that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe you accepted his request for connection on Datatel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you actually have her. You can text her. You can send her text messages. And for this game, to simplify it, since it's a one-shot, if you do want to do that, just send a message in the all chat in Discord or in the game, and that should be fine. Don't get too racy or anything. As I say that in front of four married dudes. Anyway, videotaping your shenanigans. So anyways, I'm done with that corner. Shaker, you see her go over to that corner. You see the other woman that was with her, the one in the nurse outfit. She comes up to the bar. Odette, what are you ordering? Stephanie?
Sorry, getting shots.
Okay. Lines out a couple for you. Yeah. Anything interaction-wise, or moving to the brain dance table? Table it is. So, you should know well enough. Oh.
I think she froze again.
Yeah, she's having some weird issues.
Oh, she's back.
And I think... Okay. Okay, so Dan, you and Kevin's characters are sitting at the brain dance table. Like I said, you passively know him. It would recognize that he's probably been hired in on the gig as well.
I would know Zach's character, correct? He's the one that contacted me regarding...
Yep, he's currently sitting at a table where you're pretty sure you're not allowed.
Hey, what do you think they're talking about over there, Salt?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't want to just revolve. I want to evolve. As a man, as a human, as a lover.
What? Yeah, right. I'm just going to be kind of like distracted
Hey, man.
from what he's saying and just kind of trying to glean what's going on
Hey, man.
at the other
Love
table.
it.
You know what? My rule is to break one sweat a day.
Oof.
And then another guy, like at the table, is just, And it sounds like what you're talking about isn't worth it, man. Chill, he says to Dan's character. And then he high fives. He high fives Salt. It's actually Matthew McConaughey.
Rolls up a booger in his fingers.
Anywho. Grease looks to you and Crystal, Zigzag, and says, well, the sooner the better. I'd like the job to be done by tonight, but if you want to put it off, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and slowly start deducting the amount you get paid in the end. So, do what you got to do.
You say you have, is there another person we should be with, or is it just this lovely one here?
So, she has one with her, points...
Right.
Points to the bar.
Where's, which is...
Odette, she's,
Yeah, the nurse.
she's a Ripper Doc, so
Yeah.
that heart I want, she's probably going to be able to get it.
Fantastic.
If I remember correctly, Red Eye kind of leans in. Yeah, correct. He's the cryo specialist. He can do it. So your boy over there should be able to tank it up, which should be good, and that should be satisfactory. Hopefully they're both good with a heater. If my reports from Red Eye are correct, and she kind of does a nod, Odette can handle a Militech Crusher easy, so you should be good. I don't know about your fellow there, but Odette'll come to play.
I have complete faith in my friend. Tish has gotten many apart across many a time.
Yeah, he's kind of a new one on my radar, but Red Eye says she's seen him a bit, so sounds good. But yeah, that's it. Kendachi
Perfect.
Would like his seat back, unless you have any other questions for me.
No. Allons-y. And he turns to Crystal.
Yeah, he turns into a Time Lord.
That is French. Fuck you.
No, I know.
No, it is.
Yeah, it gets so annoying. People mention Doctor Who.
That's fair. But yeah, the Astral Sea is all yours. The musical act, because it is Friday today, because yesterday was Thursday. A woman that you're familiar with and thought was dead, Shaker, a woman named 40, is currently playing guitar up on stage. And switching over, actually she's playing just music, switch that over to that.
I'm going to order a Jackie Wells and listen up.
Cool. But yeah, for the rest of you, a lot. What are y'all doing? Where are you going after the meet, Zigzag? Or do you want to say something to Crystal before you start sliding over?
No, if she just goes to follow me, I'm gonna lead her over to the table with Salt and Dish.
Okay, I'll follow.
Yeah, perfect. Then we go and without sitting down, I kind of just like knock on the table. You boys, you ready to get a little crazy tonight?
A hand, without even seeing it, actually, Crystal and you two both, nobody even at the table sees it, but a hand just kind of pops onto Zigzag's shoulder. As you kind of turn and look, it's the guy, Kendachi, the bodyguard. And he says, Mr. Grease wants to let you know that a compatriot of his gestures over to the dance floor at this kind of, larger guy in a Hawaiian shirt with a flip-back cap, kind of doing like a dance on the dance floor. Says a friend of his has a cryo tank capable of carrying the specific article. He says he's got it in the back of his car. If you want to talk to him, he should be able to get you that tank.
Absolutely. This Crystal, this is a Dish and the Salt. If amongst yourselves, and he goes off to go talk to the guy in the Hawaiian shirt.
Guy is like dancing with two girls. One of them has green hair, and you actually notice that she seems to be side-eyeing Crystal for some reason. And then this girl with pink hair with cyber arms, and they're like just going at it. And you can see Lucky kind of see you coming up, and he goes, "Hold on, ladies, hold on." Kind of walks over to the side and says, "Hey, man, here." And he hands you a key. He says, It's the red sedan out front. It's in the trunk. When you unlock it, just throw the key in there and close it up after you're done getting what you need. Okay? I got business. And
Merci, merci. And I just leave him to his
you
devices.
look at the key, and in big bold like cursive print on it, it says "Lucky."
Man knows and understands branding. So I get back to the table. So there is crystal. We have salt. We have. You said Odette is.
Go at the bar.
Should we? Should
at
we?
the bar.
Should we? Shall I? I'm happy to go get.
She's
Or?
probably on her third shot over
Yeah.
there, just like.
We might want to stop her.
Oh,
Odette.
sure, she's fine.
I'm waltzing over to Crystal, actually, just kind of like
Well-
keeping it together.
Well, hold on. Before you get there, you would have actually noticed that Sagan is actually at the bar too, and he's just sitting there, kind of sipping.
Oh, Pops.
Yep, sipping an old fashioned. Sees you coming up.
What are you doing here, Pops?
He says, "Oh, hey. I was just taking some time. I'm kind of a fan." Gestures towards the stage, and since I don't have to work this weekend, and didn't have to really work today, figured I'd take it easy. You planning on coming in the office on Monday?
Just depends on what goes on tonight.
Keep me posted, and keep your ass safe.
You too. Smack him on the back. Likely.
Head over to Crystal. So you lot see the nurse kind of come over, and there's two other guys at the brain dance table who actually have brain dance wreaths on and are in the zone. What you would know about the Astral Sea is the brain dance here isn't like not on this floor anyways. It isn't specifically to kind of relive sexual activities or weird shit. It's just to kind of get into the vibe of the musician as they're making the music, so that as you're listening to it, you're also feeling like the raw nature of that creative process. And so that's why they look like they are just fucking feeling the music, whereas you guys are sitting around like donkeys, probably drinking beverage at the brain dance table.
Well, that's the best way to enjoy music, in my opinion.
Off to the side, quietly by yourself.
That's right.
It doesn't stop. So this specific dance does not stop you from seeing and hearing like a regular dance would. It's literally not audio or visual sensory.
Well, is there a wreath anywhere around? I mean,
yeah,
shit.
it's right there. You can pick it up.
Yeah, I'll hook into the BD.
Yeah. Feels tight. The first thing that you see kind of pop up, it says it's a song that was from the 80s, from Japan, that's been redone and redone and redone, and this is the current vibe that 40's putting out. It's a classic, but it appears to be a banger.
Well, fuck yeah.
As the kids say, it slaps. But, yeah.
I mean, I still got money on my mind, so I kind of want to know what the hell's going on.
Shaker, you got a text on your phone that says Zigzag's the one you want to talk to, and he hasn't called you over or even come to mention you yet.
And I'm gonna walk over to him if I know where he is.
All right. So you all kind of end up at the middle table. A couple of the people at the thing are really vibing, but the music seems to be kind of compacted here. So your conversations are yelling. You're yelling over each other. You do see that there are a couple of booths open, and the hall just outside is super quiet. Just a thudding bass would be present. So if you want a more quiet spot to talk.
Yeah, I would start to move towards the hall.
Okay.
I know they all know they're here to be with me now. So if they follow, great.
So
I'm there.
that said, you head out into the hallway. Anybody not do that? Okay, great. So if you're all there, Zigzag looks at you all and...
I have the data, right?
Yeah, you got a chip, shards.
Okay.
I'm going to pull these off. Some people don't actually have neural processors or neural links. So they won't be able to use the shard. They could pull it up on a computer if they wanted to. I looked way cooler in the shades.
You're
Hindsight.
still cool.
Fair enough. Sorry, I just looked over at the chat. Sorry. But yeah, go ahead.
So I would start by like putting the data jack into my own laptop as I pull it out onto the table for those who like can't access it, and then once I've got all the information there, pass it to whoever wants to put it into their neural link. And say, so it's a simple job. Well, simple, but there's many steps and many different price. Yes. So, and like, do you all need me to recap what he said?
No.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. So I just go through our 3/4 objectives,
Cool.
depending on what we want to get through. And that is the plan. Well, that is the goal, rather. There's no plan yet. That's why I brought you aboard, yes.
Well, I know cryo pretty well.
Oui. And this one is the repair, yes.
Try not to make too much of a mess.
Nah, I don't think they care about the floors. But
So, does he know about the
plan-
location that they would be at?
Yeah, so do you
It's in
have...
Haywood,
Yes.
right?
It's the apartment.
Yeah, so
building.
that's what's on the laptop in front of you is like there's like probably a couple of different maps. One of where the building is in the city and one that shows the layout of the floors.
If you need me to slide into any of those maps, just let me know. So we've got the street map, we've got the first floor, second floor, third floor, and I have a really shitty image of really Babytown Frolic's line drawing of what the building looks like from the outside. I drew it. It looks terrible. Here it is.
That's not terrible.
Shut up. You're wrong.
I like it.
Whatever.
But yeah. Do you want to go to any of the other maps?
I mean, we just have access to all the maps. But yeah, of course, I want to see that shit.
Okay. So flipping it back to first floor, the last pinged location for the woman, Gaia, is the white square there, or white circle there on the right. Beekeepers on the left. Two main turrets in the front hall, which that main entryway that you saw on the outside box map kind of leads into. So it's kind of like an open air kind of like hall that kind of leads into the main doorways. Then you have the location of Matilda, who is the receptionist, you presume. Moving on to the second floor, Smiley is in the center. Last ping location, but he could be anywhere. There was another note on there. It just says secondary doctor ? In parentheses. The top left guy there. So it's not known. There are also second floor doors. As you saw from the outside map, there are stairways that go up along the front of the building and lead into that passageway. You'll note that the access code to entering that is 1701, which you would now know and be able to access with the keypad. So you could enter the second floor without going through the first floor if you wished. Alright, and the last floor, the third floor, real quick too, this floor is multi-level, so you can see that they're kind of downward arrows. These would signify like ups and downs. So it's not all just like one flat static floor. It's kind of more tiered. So some of the apartments are at a higher level than what would technically be a second floor. So the actual ceiling to floor ratio is a bit different than what it would be in a normal kind of just regular first floor. And then the roof, helipad or AV landing position, elevator access, which the elevator access for each has been noted on all three maps. And then the turrets are Militech anti-air personnel and anti-personnel turrets. that are allocated outwards on the four corners of the building. Now, on this specific portion of it, you'll see that there are kind of drops that descend down, and they kind of look like they have balconies. And on the same, you saw that there were balconies on the map here, on the outsides. So there are 4 total of those. So if you're able to kind of get onto the roof before and then descend down, you could enter in through the balcony accesses into those apartments. If you're trying to avoid going through the front door, because up armored turrets.
Yeah, the turrets will be definitely something we need to avoid.
Can we blow them up?
Yeah.
Do we have the right grenades?
Hell yeah.
Well, technically, the gear that I provisioned out to you would be in Calvin's vehicle, is the presumption. So you may not have the thing that you think you have, unless you want to say.
No.
Do you want to say that you took it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted it.
So then you have been carrying around a pretty big case this whole time. She has a Militech weaponry case that she's been kind of hanging out with.
Strap it to my back like a.
So we have grenades.
We might have grenades.
Grenades are so helpful. Awesome.
Any other maps you want to see? Street level's more just for flavor to show that I can use animated GIFs on there.
Let me double check how many I have.
That's just me showing off. Should be 1 full clip
Oh, okay.
for the cowboy.
Yeah.
All right.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention too. So, doubling if you take out the turrets. Doubling again if you take out Smiley, right? And he did mention that if you killed up everybody and solved him the problem before, he doesn't know how much he would pay you, but it would be substantial. So, if for some reason you just go on mad killing spree, wombo combo, crazy taxi through this place, then that'll be discussed as well.
We're gonna make some crazy money. Are
But
you
we
ready?
need those. We need those 2 heads, and we need at least the lady's heart
Lady's heart or whole body. And
or
then
whole body.
Right. Not necessarily in that priority order.
At worst, just her heart.
he seemed to be more specifically keen on the only head that you really need to have is Smiley's for the doubling.
Right.
If you bring that back, that's the doubling. But if you just scoop Beekeeper and take a picture of it, then we're good.
But he could be faking it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, if you're bringing back a couple of heads, then great, whatever. Do your deeds. But yeah,
I'm okay
Just
with
covering
heads
my
and bags.
bases.
fair. All right. So anybody have anything that they want to interject? Oh, that's loud. Anybody?
Nope.
What's the plan? This is where you discuss amongst yourselves what you're going to do.
All right, I would just tell everybody when we're getting together here talking about this, I would say, just remember, there's a difference in thinking you are a champion and being one. And then I would just like put my hand up for Shaker to give me the high five. Don't leave me hanging, man.
I would give you the high five and kind of shaking my head.
Then I would just sit there and listen to you guys talk about strategy. That's my pep talk, guys.
If we need one-liners, this man is discovered.
That's true. We need a talker, I suppose.
Laughing completely more than it was necessary. It wasn't that funny, but I'm laughing. It was.
How many shots did you take?
A lot.
Hey, guys. People dissect failure a lot more than they dissect success. So think of that.
Just chew on that for a little bit. Word of wisdom.
Okay, so what are we doing when we get there? Just going
I think
blasting?
the first step is
Getting there.
getting there. Yes.
yes.
We, how is the plan to get there?
Who has the car? Who's the wheels?
Taxi.
Should we just take Lucky's?
I got an old car.
do
It
have
barely
the key.
runs. You know.
Well, yeah, no. Salt has a car.
Oh, c'est bon.
Yeah, but Lucky's has the tank in it, right?
It's not.
We can move the tank.
Dan. We're not talking about like a cryo tank you put a person in. We're
I
talking
know.
about-
I'm just trying to get another car.
Okay. You're gonna steal Tim's car.
Maybe. I mean, it'll come back.
Fucking hell.
Maybe.
All right. Well, you gonna go grab the tank?
He just tossed us keys.
You guys are walking out like a tourist group and heading over to the red sedan that he talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
Shaker,
okay?
You've been in this car before. You've definitely ridden in it once or twice, and yeah, as he moves to the back of the vehicle.
Does it have like a pickup truck back or something, or is that what it is? Is that
No, it's a sedan. I guess the back is kind of similar to. It's got a very long trunk. It's not exactly a bed, but like it's a massive kind of just spot. But when you pop it open inside, you see probably about 1.5 feet long by about 10 inches wide cryo tank. Looks like it is pretty state of the art, pretty new. If you hand it over to Dish, he takes a look at it. Yeah, this will hold a human heart. This will hold a human heart for a millennia. It's got a.
She must have a big heart.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead and stash that on your gear, and yeah, then if you're all planning on stealing Lucky's car,
No, not really.
okay.
I'm just role playing my character.
What do you do with the key?
I do as exactly as he told me to. I throw it inside and shut the door.
Okay. And then you head over to Salt's car.
If it's a 6-seater,
It's a big ass sedan. It does look like it could fit 3 up front and 3 in the back. Obviously, the smaller of you, I think both the med techs have to fill the middle seat, or sight is going to be blocked. But yeah,
Shotgun.
I wanted to call shotgun.
You can sit in the
So-
middle.
so it sounds like it's going to be Salt, and then Odette and Crystal in the front, and then you 3 boys in the back. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. If you're heading on over, it's just on the north side of Mega Building number 1, and just on the outskirts of the old city center, which right now at night is bright fucking red. Like the sky is very, 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 very red. Blood red. But yeah, it's not too hard to find the address and kind of get a scope on it. It doesn't look like there's much around the property, as you might have seen on the street zoom side. It's pretty much open air kind of around it. It does look like there are a lot of old cars that have been kind of left behind, probably from the 2020s, that were kind of just scrapped and left. It does look like there are some new additions too. It does look like the scabs are kind of creating a scrapyard for these vehicles, and it looks like some of them have been worked on. So it kind of looks like they're pulling what's good, keeping the crap out in the field. It's kind of cover points. But yeah, from the distance where you can see just that and only that, you aren't really able to make out people, but there is movement.
Do you guys think there's any possibility my car will make it out of here alive?
is about as strong as we making it out alive. Yes.
Well, I don't know about you, but I believe in living in the present. You know, I don't even care about the past or the future.
You will.
That was a paraphrase.
Hello.
You will note there are several kind of steel posts around the building proper, and you would know that these are barricades to stop vehicles from driving into the building. So driving into the building or driving into the front door is an impossibility.
Is there any possibility any of us here has a contact that's a scab that may like protect our car for us, or is that like no way?
Nah.
All right, guys, I think this old car is going to be dead.
Well, you can just park it and walk up on it instead. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anybody is going to see us park it, and then they're going to go steal our car. I mean,
we're gonna take the keys.
We can walk a block.
They're going to steal
you know what I mean?
everything. Like they'll steal the tires. This is like what, like a city of people scrappers. They're just going to take everything. But it's an old car, so.
Do you know how much we're getting paid?
Kevin.
Hey, man.
Well,
That's true.
Well, real quick, he does bring up a good point, though. Another thing, Kevin, that you want to take into account here is this is where you currently reside. Like, you reside in that car. Just want to make sure you're taking that into account.
That's a very good point.
Who needs somewhere to live?
Well,
Suppose you should have taken Lucky's.
Well, his car
reverse
would've been
psychology
looked
then.
at.
Just leave all the doors open. There's nothing that they can take.
I don't
Yes,
know.
if you make it easy for them, they will not try.
Exactly. They'll think, oh, there's nothing in there that I want to get, so they won't even try.
It's only junk anyway.
It's only junk, whatever. I mean, just remember that when we're dividing up the pay, guys. My life is a road, man. I need to keep moving.
Real quick, as a fixer, go ahead and make a streetwise check. Zach?
Yeah, I need to find it.
Sure.
Hold on, I'm
it
still.
should be under, I think it's social, or...
Yep, I found it. 20.
You can find that car in better condition today for $300. No problem.
Yeah.
It's a 2017 Toyo Chevrolet.
Ancient.
It is literally 30 years old.
And it's a Toyota. Come on, bud.
No, it's a
We'll be
Toyo
fine.
Chevrolet because they merged.
Oh, right. Okay.
Back in the 2013s after the... I don't remember. Sometime around there. But yeah, he can get you a pretty good deal on the exact same car, but in better condition if you needed it.
For what's that? Like
300.
3/100ths of the amount of pay we'll get if we just accomplish our main goal.
Spot on.
All right. I'll give it up.
I mean, just we'll park 2 blocks away and lock it. It's fine. We're all adults. We can walk, bro.
All right, we'll try that. Sure.
All right.
Let's do it.
You park the vehicle. You don't even lock it. You make sure you've got all your stuff out of it before you walk away from it. And then you can see the building. You can kind of move up to it, but I wouldn't suggest moving too close to it because if they've got spotters or anything, they're going to see you walking up. So that said, like, are you wanting to recon it? Are you wanting to just kind of move up to the building in quiet and stealthy fashion? Are you wanting to... What are you wanting to do here? Sky's the limit.
Map again?
Sure. Which one? The first floor or
The first floor. Yeah.
Okay. And you should be able to see window access points. The windows are present. From what you can
Windows
see,
are the blue lines, right? And orange lines are doors.
correct. So what you can see from out here, though, is it looks like the entire east wing of the building, all of the windows that are present on the blueprints of the schematic you're looking at, all of them are boarded up. And it looks like reinforced with like metal that's been riveted in.
Other buildings that are nearby, is it surrounded by other, or it's sitting by itself?
It's kind of like a dead zone around it, and like I said,
Alright.
the dead zone is kind of filled out with vehicles that have been kind
Okay.
of scrapped out. If you
Right.
wanted to get up to the building and cover, you could do so moving from car to car or pile of car to pile of car.
I just know that in the past we've been able to have some success jumping from another building over on, but I guess that's not an option.
It is a pretty solid tactic for the Cyberpunk. I mean, yeah, it's straight Spider-Manning it, but no, not this time. If you could get a hold of parachutes, you could get onto the mega building about 3 blocks out and jump off it. It should be enough distance. No, kidding. You can't do that.
Does anybody know anything about like deliveries to the building, or like if they have any habits? Does
You
it
want to
have,
you want to pose as a pizza guy?
It's better than getting shot by some panic.
Someone orders a pizza.
I volunteer. That sounds fun.
Man, life is like a box of pizza. Something like that.
Greasy and gross.
Hell.
And cut up into 8 pieces.
Oh man. That's great. So what you would know is delivery services are probably not going to be terribly common, especially in the old Corpo Center. Most delivery agencies are not going to deliver here. It's I believe she specifically stated greasy and gross, and radioactive.
So, just a thought. We have grenades.
We do have grenades.
And how strong do these walls look?
You have a grenade launcher. The walls look pretty sturdy, but not.
Wait, do we not have grenades? We just have a
You have
launcher.
grenades and a grenade launcher.
Okay.
I wanted to stress that you have both. Instead of
Perfect.
using a grenade launcher grenade and throwing
Yes.
it, you could just punk with the cowboy.
Launch it.
Yeah.
And how many are in a drum?
So it should be
The real questions.
Because it doesn't specify on the thing you gave me.
That means it's unlimited.
Yeah, right. T-shirt.
Okay, Karen. The U-55 grenade launcher has a magazine size of 12.
Okay, that's plenty. Well, we could just grenade launch out one of the windows from behind a set of cars.
Yeah, and you know her last location, but not her exact location. So you could get really lucky and just, kill her outright and obliterate everything inside of her.
Oh, well, we don't want to do that.
I'm just saying that I shouldn't have even said that because I should have just let that happen if you were planning on it. But
I was just talking about blowing out one of the windows so we can get in.
sure.
All right, that's definitely an option, guys.
Because
but
we can blow out one of the windows and then enter in
Mhm.
through another way.
Yeah.
Are there any
Okay.
built like adjacent to this one to
We
where they
covered
can
that already,
escape?
no.
Like, so there's no way they can egress out of the building and get the fuck away, right? When we start blowing this building up.
Yeah, they can run away from it.
So maybe we need to have an idea, like, I don't know. I kind of want to go in and not be loud so that we can
Yeah,
Kevin.
I agree.
at least cut off the first floor so that they can't get out.
Let's sneak up to a window. We'll bust our way in, and that'll be less noisy than using a grenade launcher on a window. And hopefully, we'll get in without, letting the entire building know we're there. We'll just maybe let a couple people know, and then we'll just kill them, and boom, boom, boom.
So
boom.
Do we know anything about the security systems of the building? Maybe a window would trip an alarm.
We don't have
You
any
don't-
net runners
you
or
don't have any
techs.
knowledge as to what it's like in there now.
Oh man.
And on top of that, to point out your all point, the 3 solos should have an understanding that the cowboy, the grenade launcher that she's basically, I'm assuming you've busted it out and shown them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty neat freaking Militech, like technology.
It's a new toy.
It's in a brand new case. She's pulling it out for the first time, it looks like. And she's loading it up and getting it ready. So you're kind of like, oh.
Okay, so the solos would think that's sweet gear. We need to use it.
But the other thing you would note too is you would all know that high explosive or fragmentation, that being fragmentation actually in those grenade launcher in those grenade rounds, are not going to bust through a stone reinforced steel wall of a 3-story building. It will put a decent dent in it. But
No, you gotta
First
go.
one will.
You gotta go a window.
We got 12 of them.
You might be able to drum your way through a 10 by 10 section of wall.
Are we not doing the pizza idea then?
I mean, you can go for it, but it doesn't. Like I was saying, it doesn't look like there's very many delivery services in the area that would be functional.
Knock knock. Amazon Prime.
Oh shit! It's that thing I ordered last week. Oh.
Well, if no one has any better ideas, I'm gonna bust out one of these windows.
How close are we to the actual apartment?
We've got Hero in the chat saying, "You guys need a net runner? I wonder how quick I'd get fired if I was playing Cyberpunk instead of working."
We really do need a net runner. This is
I was
bad.
gonna say, can I text Carbon? Can Carbon run the specs from where he is, even though he's not here?
Well, you can text him. I will say that he is in the chat, so he can reply in kind. But what I will note as an NPC mode to speed along the process, he actually knows that it will be impossible for him to connect this time. He's currently engaged with something else. I will be going over what Calvin and Carbon will be doing during your night of festivities on the side. They're not doing nothing.
They making money too.
Yeah, he's a net runner. He's typically
Well,
doing
that's
work.
surprising.
He's not at your beck and call.
So I mean, if we look at what we have a ton of solos, and we got 2 med techs. So I mean, really, we just need to go in and kill everybody. The only issue is making sure people don't escape. That's my only concern, right?
So we put a solo at every door.
But we don't want to split the party. Like, that's just a bad idea. So the best means of them to get out.
Right?
So we're coming in. So we're
There's
coming
only
in.
one door. If
There's all sorts of windows.
But all of the windows are
yeah.
relatively reinforced, right?
That's why we have to use the grenade launcher to get into the window.
There are a total of 3 doors. So there's the main entryway. There is an entryway above it that stairs go up to, and then there's the entryway on the back side, which goes out the back.
Okay.
But from the second floor. So there are 2 entries into the second floor. There's 1 entry into the first floor. And then the windows.
So, yeah, we could like go in through the second floor and then maybe go down to the first, and then wouldn't feel like they wouldn't be expecting that, people coming from the second floor. So,
But aren't there people on the second floor?
That's where Smiley said to have left been pinged.
Yeah.
take them.
And we need his head.
Yeah.
Like, if we get his head, it's double.
Well, we have to do the heart.
Heart's priority.
Right.
We
Yeah.
have to get the heart.
And we
If we
can't
don't
let
get the
her
heart,
escape
I
from
don't
the
think we get
bottom.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I say we just cleared the building from top to bottom, or bottom to top,
Yeah.
But how do we get past the turrets?
with that grenade launcher.
So we just launch grenades at the turrets until they're
Yep.
disabled?
And I would assume that the grenades they're kinetic and then they explode on a timer, so we could lob them around the corner, right?
No, they detonate on impact.
Detonate on impact. Okay. Well, I mean, fast enough. We could probably just shoot off a couple grenades and then, because we don't need to be moving into turret fire. That's just stupid. We can't get the car around. I mean, the car is a junker. This car is scrap. And
Yeah,
I say
but
this.
it's
I say this with salt in mind. I know it'd be difficult to get there.
Hey, chill out,
Um,
man.
So
Chill out.
you're being salty to salt?
no. I'm just weighing up everything that we have. And there's no way we can get the car there, right? Or is there? Is there a way we can get the car there?
You can drive it kind of close, but like I said, there's a lot of scrap around it, around the building, I mean. So you're not just going to have like a straight shot. It will be an effort. Someone will have to make a driving check to get it up to where the metal posts are. And then once
we have
you
a
get
driver?
there, you have someone who's driving it, yes.
Yeah, but does he look like
the way he was driving you guys to
I
the
don't.
turret-
We're not going to be able to get it past like the sidewalk out front though, because it's got metal posts in front of it, like every federal building you've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like
If you have
that's the thing. Like we're just going to get stopped by the. We can't like charge it straight into the fucking turrets and dive out at the last second because it's going to stop right on the sidewalk out front.
if you had a nomad who was like also an acrobat, you could hit a piece of scrap, put it up on its side, go between two of the posts, flip out of the vehicle as it's railing right into one of the turrets. But these are things that are an imaginary land because you don't have any of the things I said that you need.
I say we just go. I say we just be
So what's your
liquid
plan
and
for
adapt.
covering the two exits from the second floor?
We'll have to clear the first floor before they can get to him.
But we have people who are on the second floor, all like starting on the second floor. You know what I mean? So like there's no reason like if we all run in the front door that like Smiley can't walk out the exit in the back of the second floor behind us without
Right,
us
just
noticing.
jumping out. Yeah.
It's not even a jump out. It's like a stairway walk out from one of the back sides.
Can we see the other maps? Because I'm only seeing.
Yeah, is there? Do you have the second floor map you can show us?
Why don't we split up into two teams then? That will help prevent people
So-
from escaping.
Yeah, you can see there's two exits on the second floor, one out the front and one out the back.
Okay. So split it
So
front and back.
we could cover the front as we push in with the grenades. It's covering the back door from the second floor entrance that like we would need one or two people out behind there to
Yeah.
cover.
I actually do like splitting the party in some ways because you can cover, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with putting like one of the solos and probably me in like the backside to cover that exit and let the other four of you go in through the fucking downstairs front floor. You know?
Is anybody just scoping out the building at this distance just to keep an eye on it?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Does anybody have teleoptics? They want to give a shot on that and see if they can't zoom in, see a bit more.
I don't know. Do I have that? I can't open my character
Where
sheet.
would that be on your sheet?
Hold on a second, Kevin.
Should be on the cyber optics.
Cyberware?
Cyberware.
I have
Yeah,
a
cyberware.
Cyber Eye?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Kevin. Go ahead and try it now. Kevin, you have low light, cyber eye, Chiron in both, or Chiron in your right eye, and Chiron in your right eye, and a targeting scope. So no, you do not have teleoptics. Shaker, you have.
I do not have it, I don't think.
Aiming sight as well. Odette, you have a cyber eye, and it has teleoptics.
Oh yeah, I do. Sorry, I was checking on that, but I lagged.
Yeah. No, we've noticed.
She's had a couple shots.
Hey,
Yeah.
I live out in the middle of nowhere. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. And yeah, they were like, so why aren't we using Discord? I'm like, I don't think she can handle another program.
Actually, Discord might have been better, but that's
Audio,
okay.
Discord audio?
Yeah.
Because you'd have to run Zoom and Discord at the same
you'd have to do
time.
both, because
Right.
The Discord video, for some reason, I can't get it to go on the thing. Anyway, that said, if you do a quick pop in,
What?
kind of zoom in on the site, Stephanie, you would.
Oh.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, it's okay. the lag. She said, "Oh," which replying to Discord. Ha ha. So you zoom in on the building. You would note that from what you can see in the main entryway, which has kind of a glass paneling, there are two turrets. Both seem to be kind of up armored and kind of stationed on four kind of legs, sat up on kind of stone, kind of looked like they were formerly like flower pots. They're kind of set up on those. And in through the window, it looks like there's maybe one or two punks in the reception area shooting shit, and it looks like they're smoking something and passing it between each other. Behind the receptionist desk, you see a girl kind of playing with her fingernails with a long knife, and that's all you can really see from there. If you kind of do a hop and a skip around and kind of maneuver around the building, if you're doing this reconnaissance game, You'll note that the windows on the south side of the building, or sorry, the north side of the building. No, I was right the first time. South side of the building. There are pretty big windows that kind of go into like office spaces, or possibly larger kind of residences. It looks like each of those residences has a single individual. The one on the left side looks like he is a solo type, and is basically kind of sitting there, kind of patiently waiting. The other one looks like just a regular schmuck, a punk, some dude in a big coat. That's all you're really able to get reconnaissance-wise on the first floor.
So wait, you said that there are some residences, is that right?
Yeah, the whole place is an apartment building.
Yeah,
it
so
looks like
how about an option is, I mean, one option is just to wait for someone who's going to come in and we kind of jack them and have them get us in.
Yeah, sounds good.
like threaten them to let us in.
Well, I mean, or we could just take them, and take whatever kind of keypad or they, like key pass they had, or I don't know.
In that same reconnaissance, you'll note that there are a total of 4 balconies on the second floor. Only one of those balconies currently has anyone in it. Just some random punk kind of sitting there. Looks like he's playing with his phone, and every so often kind of picks up a bottle and drinks from it. Looks like he's just doing his thing. In the room behind that guy, because you can see it through the windows, looks like there's a total of 4 punks in that same room who are playing. 3 of them are at a table playing a card game, and one of them, who kind of looks like he's cooler than the other ones, is at a table with a desk, and it's kind of like a makeshift desk, which everyone here probably had. You got the extra table, you throw a computer on it, that's a desk. And he looks like he's doing the internet things. That might be some connectivity or connection point to possibly some internet nonsenses. That said, it does look like the apartments on the north side of the building with the balconies are empty, with the exception of the one on the west side, which has one guy in it. And from what you can tell, the table in his place has a body on it that looks like it's been just kind of ripped open. And from what you can tell, he has a pair of lungs hanging from a hook from the ceiling where a chandelier might have been. And it looks like he has a chromed out spinal column hanging there as well. And it looks like he's still kind of doing work on this body. Looks like it's a guy probably in his early 20s, really handsome looking fellow, with the exception of the fact that his chest has been ripped open and his internal organs are being extracted.
Casual day doing business.
He looks like a scab.
Overall, it seems like they're pretty unexpected then.
It definitely does look like they are on lax daisical mode. And then from what you can see of the roof, again, you're not able to kind of look down on it from any vantage point, but you can see the Militech turrets. If you are like video game savvy and are kind of familiar with, like Call of Duty or stuff like that, these turrets are kind of the size of kind of anti-air guns, but they are kind of single stationed and they don't have like a place for someone to sit. They're kind of their own thing, and they're just one long barrel with kind of like a teleoptic scope kind of settled on the side, which you presume is its airborne targeting system, or fire control system, FCS, the word I was looking for. All right. So, do you want to try and move across the field and get to the building, or do you want to? Yeah, it's about I'd say probably about, actually closer to 300 meters away. So, if you recall, it's not like so far away you couldn't shoot at it from here. You're not going to hit as accurately as you would if you were closer. I think if you have an assault rifle at 300 meters, we're looking at target number 25 to hit, and rifles are the only thing that are going to be able to shoot that far out. Thoughts?
I'm ready to move
Another
in.
option, it sounds like, is going up through one of the balconies That's another option. We could climb up into one. We'd have to have like something like a grappling hook or something, some type of rope to throw up there to climb up, probably. But that's another option.
Yeah. 100%.
So I think the first decision we have to make is how we want to split this party, because we're not going to be able to cover all the entrances at the
Right.
same time as a group of 6.
Well, we have 2 med techs, so one in the front, one in
But-
the back.
The 2 med techs
Need to be together.
both need to.
We'll converge in the middle.
Well, the thing is you'd need to be together, because if you arrive at the scene where you're needed, Dan,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to be able to extract that heart good.
Right.
Whereas Odette...
And if Steph gets there, Odette gets there, and cuts the heart out, and the tank isn't with her, the heart's going to
yeah,
deteriorate. And we were told to get the heart in whatever condition we get it.
So keep him
Yeah.
alive
Yeah.
until we can harvest it.
unless it's already dead, then you want to
Yeah.
get it in there as quickly as
Right.
possible.
So the 2 med techs need to stay together and go through the lower level single entrance.
So
Sounds like a good plan to me.
I would say it sounds like we also have another filthy casual in that we have a fixer who's
Right.
probably not going to straight own people. So I would say find amongst discussion, find the best solo amongst the 3 of you, and that one rides with the casuals in the front door, and then the other 2 solos go in together in whatever other operational method you want. Who's the best solo?
Who has the biggest balls?
I currently have the biggest gun.
We need you like with the turrets, though, right?
It's true.
So me, Candy, and the 2 med techs out the front, and put
Candy.
Salt and Shaker. Or sorry,
Maybe.
Crystal. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Candy.
I know exactly what's wrong with me. It was 6 drinks. Crystal and Odette and Dish and myself through the front door after we take out the 2 turrets. Put Salt and Shaker. Ha! Salt Shaker.
Yeah.
Aw.
Up
welcome to the
up
party.
the back door entrance and the
Sure.
second floor. Is
Yeah,
that okay with you guys?
that works for me.
I was more talking to the party, John.
He could murder us either way.
Yeah, that sounds great. Everybody leaves through the second floor front entrance.
Okay, so first floor, me
Mhm.
Odette.
and
Uh,
Odette, the 2 med
Dish
techs and
and
the fixer,
yeah,
and then the other 2 solos in the back.
yeah.
Yeah. To get
Yep.
to the second floor.
Plan.
That's the best I got.
Okay.
I did my
Sounds good to
job.
me.
I fixed it.
You did fix it.
Okay. So
I need drink number 7.
go
Oh
with it.
no.
You haven't had time to refresh on your hit points, Crystal. So you are a little scratched from earlier today.
Eh,
So a note
it's
there.
only a flesh wound.
And this is a new sortie, so your luck does reset. So you're good there.
Oh, sweet.
What's your move again? 6.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I need the first floor crew to go ahead and make stealth checks.
Oh God.
So who is that again?
That would be everybody besides Salt and Shaker.
Y'all are taking up the back.
Got it.
Heyo.
Oh, there's so many things.
Yeah, where's the stealth? Oh, there it is. I'm dumb. Never mind. Shh.
All right. So, did anybody get under an 8?
I haven't even rolled yet. I don't know where it is. Is it in skills?
Under body
Yeah, it's-
skills. Yeah.
Body skills.
Nice change in the music,
We
Sean.
Oh, I
switched.
see, I
We
see.
switched to
Oh,
the
no.
fight music.
Oh, hell yeah.
18.
Let her know that I do have to go potty.
John says he does have to go potty. Just FYI.
All right. So if nobody got under an 8, right?
Mm.
You all
I'm
managed
good.
to move across the foray of mess. It doesn't feel like there's anybody out here in the yard with you. It seems like it's late enough that everybody's kind of retracted back into the apartment complex. And it does look like there are a couple of lights on, but for the most part, what light you are seeing, you're pretty sure it's not like light, like from a like from a light. It's like from burnings, from fire. People have fires going on inside to keep warm and probably keep light. It's a slums. That said, you are able to get up to the east side of the building, moving up parallel with it. Hold on a second here. Oh no, come on now. Perfect. As I had mentioned before, the first floor on the western side of the building, it is pretty much boarded out, so you can't really see into the windows, but you can see where the windows are. You can kind of see the blue highlight of those windows, kind of there proper. You can also see that I've put you close, but not exactly on, the entryway. As you kind of move up to the building, two things are prevalent. You can hear kind of from upstairs and also from this floor, kind of like body. Yeah, man. Yeah, I fucking poked her, dude. We're scavs. We're so cool. Lame asses. And then you can also hear screaming of people on the first floor mainly, but also a couple of people screaming on the second floor.
Screaming in pain or screaming in excitement?
Screaming in pain. Yeah.
Okay. I had to clarify that.
I mean, there's a lot of yelling and like body like talk from the guys, the cool scav guys, who are assholes by the way. Fuck them. They all deserve to die. I don't like scavs. That's
Are they
Questions.
chav scavs?
They are chav scavs. Stephanie, go ahead.
Question, I don't see the map.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is black.
Oh whoa. You can't see either, Crystal?
Nope.
Did you
It's
scroll
black.
all the way to the top of it?
No, I forgot to set that.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
scrolled around. I don't-
black. it's a solid.
It was all black
Nothing.
for me, and then I like moved out and found
I'm
it.
not sure if if Salt and
I see,
Shaker are
yeah.
supposed to see, but I can't see it either.
You shouldn't be able to see Salt and Shaker. You're currently
Got it. Got it.
So, can you see now?
Yes.
Dope. So yeah, the entryway is there. Now that said, I don't remember you guys coming to any kind of agreements.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, sorry, Dan. Let me check.
You're all right.
I don't remember you guys coming to any kind of agreements, but I will point out a couple of things. Some of you are new to Cyberpunk. Some of you are relatively new to Cyberpunk. And just want to make sure you understand your options. You all have agents. Some of you have agents inside your heads. If you want to, this would be more specific for the fixer. You can create a hollow connection so that everybody's agents are tapped to everybody, and everyone can hear everyone talking as they talk and speak normally. If they have cyber audio, they don't have to have an earpiece or anything. If they don't have cyber audio, they'll have to put an earpiece in. If you're putting an earpiece in and you don't have cyber audio, what that means for you is hearing-based perception checks throughout will have a -2.
Mm. Oh, could I connect to them to make sure that they're alive?
Oh, through Biomon?
Yeah.
If they have a biomonitor on them, yeah, you could probably connect those up too.
Cool.
I have a biomod
Okay, so
with my agent connected.
So if you ever ask the question, Dan, how many hit points do you have? Dan, you are allowed to answer her question.
Okay.
And do you have a biomonitor, Elizabeth? I believe all the solos do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if the med techs want to connect to them, you can also see if they're full health or not. I think.
I also have an air hypo loaded with speed heal.
Yeah.
Perfect. So if I die, you guys are gonna have to look at me and find out.
Right.
You have to use your fucking eyes.
Cyber tech. Whoa.
Right.
Fucking future.
Old
Fucking
school
fancy
shit.
bullshit.
Says the guy with 2 or 3 burner phones in his pocket, another phone,
Yeah.
and a fucking phone in his ear.
Jeez.
Gotta stay connected.
It's important.
Matthew
Phone calls.
Broderick or McConaughey.
All right.
Oh no.
So, you didn't actually give me any communication as to when the 2 individual groups will be going in, so let's discuss that a bit more now. The other group, while we're at it, go ahead and make me stealth checks as well as you make your way up to the building backside.
Okay. That's a skill check, right?
Perception should be, or sorry, not stealth, should be under body, I believe it was.
We got it. We got an 11. As we're sneaking up, Shaker turns to Salt and says, "Someone once told me that time is a flat circle. Everything we've ever done or will do, we're going to do over and over again."
All right, man. That's why we're friends.
So,
Give him a high.
if you 2 are moving up on the south side, are you going up the steps? Are you going to use the steps to vault up onto the balconies? Or are you just going to go straight through the door that you have an access code to?
I mean, that we do have an access code, you said, yeah?
Yeah, 1701.
Yeah, we might as well do that. That's probably the best bet.
Okay. So with your skill checks, you're able to make it up. You'll note that the backside is a little bit more open. And what you also are noticing is the guy that Odette spotted out on the balcony, who's just kind of drinking and fucking with his agent, keeps on going over to the balcony and kind of doing one of these kind of perimeter scans. And so you're aware that they've obviously got some kind of patrol on the back at least. With your skill checks, though, you're able to beat his lackadaisical kind of searching and make it up the steps up to the door. And when you get there, I'll go ahead and move you over to your map. This would be Andy. And it would be Kevin. So you 2 should be seeing a different map. Should be at the bottom of the map. Let me know if you can see everything.
Yeah, I could just see the very bottom edge of the map.
Yep. Kevin? Can you see okay?
Yeah, I gave you a thumbs up, but you didn't see it.
I can't see anything, man.
Oh, you got the glasses on. Okay.
Yeah, we went for it. We're going for it.
Cool.
So yeah, that said, what's the plan? Tell me what we're doing so I can get to the part where we roll initiative and I murder you.
Yeah. Do you want me to lead or do you want to lead? I'm good with either.
I'm fine leading.
So
That's fine.
you should hear the explosions from the grenades out front, and that should give you a decent amount of cover to like move in through the back door when everyone goes to look out on the other side of the building of what's happening. So what my idea would be to have her fire off the first grenade. Once that first grenade explodes, you guys wait, I don't know, maybe like a round and then push in through the back door.
With the idea that we're going to start moving up, right?
With the idea that you're going to clear that floor looking specifically for Smiley, because Smiley is the most important thing on that floor, and then yes, moving up from
And
there.
what
We
does
need his
he look?
head.
What does he look like? Is that the beekeeper?
No.
No, Beekeeper's level 1.
Okay.
What was the? I don't
Do you
know.
see
I didn't
him?
write down the description.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Awesome.
That's who you're looking for. That's
Got it.
It's important that you kill him, but you kill him like a trophy kill. Don't touch his head. You're gonna cut off his head, and we're gonna bring his head back.
He doesn't look super easy to kill. We're gonna
Well,
try.
that's
We
why we
need to
sent
mount
the solos up there to do that shit.
Yeah.
Get good.
Don't worry,
Right?
we got him.
Get good or don't get fucking paid.
Let's start. Let's start with Grenade Kids 101. So you bring out the U-55, the cowboy, and
Good.
are you gonna pop out and do a quick scan of what we're looking at here?
Yeah.
All right. If you do, you'll see that there are 2 turrets set up in kind of like old, what look like they were like concrete flower pots that are kind of settled off to the side, which have since been kind of cleared of the dirt and such, and kind of have them saddled in. It looks like the legs, it's kind of a quadrupod. Looks like they're kind of saddled in, maybe about a foot or so they're pretty stationary, locked in. But the other benefit of that is you think if you can get a grenade right inside of that flower pot, it'll go up and out.
Nice.
And possibly keel over on its own. So even if you don't kill it, you just get enough momentum to flip it. So that said, you can.
But there's 2 of them.
Yeah, you can move your token and actually get a scan down. You'll also see that not too far from there's the 2 doors in the main entrance. You can see through that front window. Looks like it leads into the reception area. And it looks like there might be 2 entryways into the apartments on the first floor, just behind the turrets. One to the left, one to the right.
Cool.
Which one of the 2 do you want to shoot at first?
Let's go for... I don't know, the one on the left.
Okay. So real quick, I'm just going to add grenade launcher to your combat. Right. This would be under heavy weapons. And 12. Rate of fire is 1. Grenades. Grenade launcher. What you'll notice, Andy, is that this is a board weapon too. If somebody with a body of 11 or better were actually using it, they could fire 2 grenades a turn. Like it's, but because she's basically in weak sauce mode, she's setting it from its full auto mode to not.
Okay.
All right, so you should have a grenade launcher tab now on your attack stuff. It's a heavy weapon, so go ahead and make an attack with it.
Okay. 13.
Right. And you were shooting downrange at the this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. We are. What was that? 13 meters? 12 meters?
12. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so yeah, that'll hit the space. Go ahead and click the damage for the grenade launcher.
46.
You definitely hear the grenade upstairs. You get it in position, kind of, it still smells new, and then ding, smoke kind of blasts out the sides of the drum. The grenade flies out the front of it. You can see the kind of trail of it kind of hits the position. You watch it detonate. There's just a flash for a second. Then you see legs kind of flying outwards. And then you kind of see the turret portion kind of flip over and kind of fall over, kind of broken and smoldering in that kind of space. All right. Immediately following that, I'm going to go ahead and change the music back to the combat because it was taking you a while. That's why I switched it. That said, go ahead and if you are on the if you are a person that exists, go ahead and roll initiative because we will be operating in initiative turns from here in.
Where's the initiative button?
So
It's
it
on
should
my-
be under combat,
Combat.
Mm-hmm.
and it should be on the top right.
Got it.
Oh yeah, let's go last place, baby.
Air.
Let's see. I need Odette, and I need Darsol. Perfect. Okay. So, Shaker upstairs. You know the password. It will take an action to open it. Do you do so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. When you open this door, it leads into a long hallway that seems to lead out there's a bit of an ascent, like an uphill, to it. Looks like there's another double door ahead of you. From what you can tell, the left wall seems to be broken out and kind of falling apart, but you can still kind of see like the remnants of the wall. And it looks like there's a bed that's like piss and shit stained, and laying in it there appears to be kind of a rotting dead body.
So that's right here?
Uh-huh. Inside of the head of the rotting dead body is a massive combat knife, and kind of like in an almost like comical way, kind of like placarded out from the combat knife's handle is like a plastic flag, and the flag says "Keep out."
Okay.
Subtle.
So it is subtle. So Shaker's going to motion to Salt to enter the room.
Opening the door in this instance, because it required passcode, would have been your action. You can move a number of squares equal to your movement, if you'd like.
Sure, and I'm trying to figure out where my movement is. Is that under combat as well?
No, that should be under your first page, the character tab. And it should be
Character.
one of the abilities, kind of up and to the right, I think.
I see it. I have 7, yeah. Is there such thing as free action where I can motion him to follow me?
Yeah.
And so how do we enter the room? Is it's just through the
You could go into that room, but there's also the door to the north, and that seems to
Okay.
lead towards the middle of the complex.
Got it.
It kind of goes up a little bit.
So I could just get to the door itself with my move.
Perfect. Salt, you are next on the docket. You see Shaker reach over, brush forward with the gun. SMG out or what? Andy, what weapon are you currently? Do you have?
Shotgun.
Shotgun out. Okay. We're talking. Oh, he wants wet work. That's what he wants. Okay. So yeah, Salt. I'm assuming the assault rifle for you.
Yep. You know what, Shaker? We don't want to shoot that Smiley with that shotgun unless we're shooting his legs.
You can do the shooting, my friend. I'm just going to give him a little scare.
All right. So you know.
All right. Are you moving up to the door as well? You have the same speed as him, so you can both get on it. Okay, perfect. And do you want to use your action to... Because opening the door is free, in this case, because it's just a pop door. It's like an auditorium door, almost. If you want to pop it open, or you could wait until Shaker makes the move, and you can ready an action to shoot if somebody's on the other side.
Yeah, I'll ready an action to shoot.
Okay. Perfect. Dish, right before your initiative goes... Crystal, you'd be the only one that sees it, but you see kind of the turret on the other side. A red light kind of appears where an iris is kind of located over the Gatling cannon, and you see the eye kind of move in its direction over to you. The other thing you're able to trace out is that there appears to be kind of a red dot sight kind of moving over towards you, and those of you that are behind Crystal will realize that the dot sight has kind of placed itself on her forehead. It's not shooting yet, but it seems to have activated as its action. Dish, you're up.
And I'm aware of that, correct?
There's a red dot on her head. Yeah.
I'm gonna move here and pull her back into cover.
Okay. Perfectly fine. If she's willing.
Sure.
Okay. It's a little bit more effort than you were anticipating.
I have a body of 7.
Okay, maybe close. Fair enough. So you get pulled back behind the wall. The red sight kind of doesn't seem to be present anymore on her head, obviously. Odette? Real quick, sorry. Crystal shotgun, or not shotgun, crystal grenade launcher, obviously. Do you have a weapon drawn, Dan?
Well, I would have like a shoulder strap on my shotgun,
Okay.
and it would just be kind of on my shoulder because it just pulled her back.
And I'm assuming Odette has a shotgun out as well?
Yep.
All right. And let's see. Who else is in that group? Oh, Zach. Zigzag, what's he currently got out? Heavy handgun? Muted.
And just the handgun.
Okay. So just a real quick synopsis of what everyone's holding. Cowboy U-55 in the front. Carnage shotgun in the Budget Arms Carnage in the middle there, with a Militech Crusher behind that, and Malorian Arms 3516 on Zigzag, because that man's a man of style, is what he is.
That's what I do.
All right. So then, yeah, it snaps back to Crystal. You can take another grenade launcher shot if you would like.
Yeah.
Pop out and take a shot.
Mm.
Give me another heavy arms. Whoa.
12.
On the nose again. Yeah, so it hits in there. Go ahead and roll damage for it.
40.
Same circumstance. It just and kind of flies all over the place. Pieces kind of clang, clang, clang. You can kind of hear a pew, pew, pew as the ammunition inside of it like burns off. All right, Zigzag. Looks like the job's working. What are you doing?
I don't know. Can I see in these windows at all?
No, those windows are blocked with metal and like boards.
Right, so they're completely shut.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get closer up to the window here. Maybe take another step forward and kind of get ready to fire on anything I see. But I'm not moving until we've got those turrets cleared.
Okay.
Oh, they're clear.
Yeah. So Crystal.
Oh, are they both clear?
Yeah, Crystal after
Yeah.
the sound would basically say clear.
Got it. I guess I'm just gonna move up to this corner here. I don't have a whole lot of movement, and I definitely shouldn't be the first person charging in. So, but yeah, and I'm still readying my pistol if I see anything.
Perfect. Shaker.
But yeah,
Are you popping the door open?
I mean, is it still too late to have a delivery?
the pizza.
The whole time she's just like, "Babaka slice, babaka slice." So Shaker, are you door open?
Muted. As I was listening to the door, I didn't hear anything behind it.
It does sound like there's sound on the other side of it, but it's an auditorium door. It's still made out
Okay.
of metal.
Sure, I'll open it. Yep.
Okay. Yep. So in the center of the room, you see a guy who meets the description of who you're looking for, looking at another guy, and he says, "Find out what the fuck!" And then he kind of goes, "Huh?" and kind of looks over his shoulder at you guys as you enter in. I believe there was a ready to action on deck. Kevin, if you want to go ahead and take a shot with the AR, go ahead.
Do it.
I would like to shoot him in the heart. So I'll try that.
Give it goes. You are currently at a range of, it's saying feet on here. It's 11 meters. I'll fix that. What'd you get? I said 11 meters. Are you firing single fire or 3-round burst?
3-round burst.
Okay.
Was that the right thing to click? I clicked assault rifle.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you clicked attack. That's smart. Yeah, they've shifted the attacks into it. The last time we did this, the character sheets were wonky. They're now creamed. So yeah, that said, 18 hits, and we're doing 3-round burst. Another update from the jump start to the real deal. Assault rifles auto fire for 4. So target number was 12. You exceeded it by 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means you're getting 4 damage into this guy's chest.
All right. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Do I roll damage? How do I do that?
You'll just click the damage button 4 times.
Ah. I don't know if
Goddamn,
it's
boy.
All right. So we are looking at minus 24. All right. So you watch as he brings up the assault rifle just as the door opens, and as the guy's kind of like looking and turning at him, you watch as 4 ting 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 rounds go through the guy's back. Really perfect, smooth, kind of red mist throwing out the front. And you watch as he kind of spins around, the blood kind of like trailing out from him, and he kind of turns to look at you, and he's just barely holding on, but he's still standing on his own 2 feet. All right.
Hey, can we take cover after I do that?
You can move, yeah, absolutely, an option.
Because I go before. Wait, you go right after me now, Shaker, right?
I think that's right, isn't it?
Also,
I thought-
the
You had a held action, right?
It's not. So yeah, it's a held action. So he took it from his last cycle. So that means that he is going to operationally, after Shaker's done, go again.
Ah, okay. So then I'll wait, prepare to shoot again.
Well, you could move into the room. There are some spaces inside that look like they have cover. You can see there's columns and stuff.
Shit. I'll grab some cover then.
Okay, move 7. And Shaker, go ahead and take your turn. You do know there's another guy in the room besides the guy that just got riddled, the target, who might be a problem, and probably less of a problem if you shotgun them in the face.
Is there like a dodge action? Is there any?
There's the go for cover, sure, but
So I've taken my movement at this point, and I'm not going to get. I don't think I'm close enough to shoot, right?
you can fire during your movement. So you can
I
fire
can.
as you're going between the two columns at the guy.
Will the shotgun reach?
Yeah, shotgun's fine. You're shooting at a distance of 5 meters. Shotguns at 5 meters, you're going to need to make a difficulty value check of 15 with a shoulder arm. So go ahead and click on attack for shotgun.
Right.
Oh, real quick note, Kevin.
Where I see it.
Notate this. You are 4 rounds down out of your 25 total, so you currently have 21 rounds remaining in your clip. Shotgun shot, boom,
Alright.
that's a crit. And you were gunning for the head, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 24. If you go in for the head, it's a +5.
Wait. He's not shooting the main guy in the head, right? We're
No,
keeping
no,
that
no,
guy's.
No, it's the other guy.
Psychic.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No worries, no
I'm
worries.
like,
We need that head.
Save the
Our
head.
money.
That hits. And not only does that hit, it's also you add 8 to the roll. So it's actually a 32. So you really hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is it going to auto do the damage, or?
If you click the word damage on the
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I clicked damage on shotgun, and I see 24.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay, perfect. Yep. So, yeah, you watch as you kind of snake through into behind the column. This is like a scene out of the Matrix. You're just like, and the shotgun just goes, kaplack, and the guy kind of falls to the ground. You don't watch his head fly off or explode or anything, but as he kind of lays on the ground, you can see like a bunch of just buckshot, just holes. He looks like Swiss cheese.
Shotgun.
All right. Salt, you're up.
Wings at salt.
Salt, you're up again.
all right. So where was that guy I shot at before?
If you pivot out and kind of move from that cover to more,
He's to your right.
If you move to more forward cover like this and do a jaunt,
Oh, okay.
you should be able to take a shot as you're kind of coming in.
This guy, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take another shot. Same deal. Burst. Three shot burst at his chest, or 4 or whatever.
4
it is.
shot first, yeah.
All right. Let's do this.
So you guys are murdering these.
Whoops.
So you kind of move up and you do like a quick, just like that, like a whip of the point of the gun, and the shot kind of throws down. You watch as he kind of gets hit. You don't need to roll damage because your minimum would do it, but you watch as you basically saw him in half, kind of with that burst, and you watch as he kind of hits the ground. You're pretty sure just a light tug at the top half and the legs would separate him in 2.
I'm also going to yell out, "Good ideas are free," or at least they should be.
And that comes over the headset for everyone, so you all hear that. All right, back downstairs where the fun is. Dish, we're only just getting started. I mean, it's a sound beginning, but so much more to do.
These windows, does it look like I feel like I'm outside a window, correct?
So let me reiterate this for the 4th time.
Right,
Those
there's no way I
windows
can blow it open.
Bars and metal that has been saddled into
Okay.
and riveted into
Okay.
place.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna wait. So the turrets are both been disposed of, correct?
So it says
Yes.
crystal, yeah.
Okay. So I have a move of 5. Can I move more than? Can I
If
use
you
my action
your
to?
action to run? You can move 3 times your move.
Okay, I'll move my action to run.
And keep in mind, those planters are pretty solid cover if you want to run up to them and get behind them.
Like right here?
Yeah. They're a bit hot and smoldering right now because green ads, but they are certainly still stable. Alright. Dish done. Odette, you are up, and Crystal, you are up. Crystal actually should be...
What does this look like right here?
That is a person sitting in a chair who's kind of looking in your direction, and it looks like he is slowly getting out of that seat.
Okay, I'd relay that over comms.
Yep, the receptionist with the knife looks like she's kind of reached underneath the receptionist desk, like she's going for something.
So it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Thought it was Odette's for a sec.
You currently have the cowboy in hand, so if you're going to use a gun, it's going to be that. If you want to get a different gun, I am okay with the grenade launcher being dropped, but if you're going to do anything with that grenade launcher that isn't just dropping it on the ground, it's going to be an action. And then if you are going to pull up the rifle, that is an action on its own. So if you drop and pull, that's one action. If you stow the grenade launcher, that's one action.
You do know I'm literally right next to you and can very easily pick it up.
You have a Frenchman ready to carry the weapon.
I got very little else going for me.
Good to know. So basically, toss that off onto him.
Okay.
Bring out the assault rifle.
And then you can move your speed.
Okay. And my speed is
6 if we discussed it right.
Yeah. So that's 6 spaces?
6 squares, yeah.
Okay. Guess I'll move here. Kind of ease my way in.
Sure. Alright. I'm going to switch it up. Do a little bit of a classic here. Alright. Crystal is done. And you're kind of hugging the wall. You can see downrange that there is a guy, but he's still kind of getting out of his seat. Odette, you are up.
Is everyone already able to see in this like blacked out area, or?
So that blacked out area is the building. No one can see into it yet because no one's gone inside yet. So far, the only access point that they have or can see is the one that's, if you kind of go to your left on the screen, 1, 2, what's your speed? 5?
Sounds right.
6. Your speed is 6.
Tore his leg off.
1, 2.
Glad he
3,
didn't eat it.
4, 5, 6. What? What did you say about tearing leg off?
Alright, my dog.
You can. I mean, it sounded like something that might be happening here, but you can. Move to, you can move to here, Stephanie, and you'd be able to see downrange.
Okay.
And basically, what you'll be seeing is it looks like the other med tech has moved up and dropped down behind kind of a stone structure, and there's kind of like smoke still billowing out from it, from where presumably grenades happened. You can see Crystal kind of like against the wall, assault rifle up. Looks like she's keeping an eye down range and getting ready to, get that weapon up. And you can see Zigzag, who has not yet, but is reaching down to grab the grenade launcher. It is an action to do so, by the way. But yeah.
Oh, sorry. So I wanted to notice that the receptionist is reaching for something. Yeah. I don't think I'm anywhere near where I can shoot her. If I'm not mistaken, but.
So the Crusher's actually, we covered that Andy's shotgun is buckshot, but everyone else's shotguns are slug throwers. They're not shooting spread. So you can shoot that shotgun pretty far, farther than you were expecting or anticipating from video game knowledge. It is a range of 30 meters. So the difficulty check is going to be, hard, pretty difficult. It's going to be a 25 that's needed. But you can throw luck points at that if you want to.
I will just keep in mind. I'm just gonna prepare to go for her on the next turn. Or
Okay.
I already ran, didn't I, to get to this point?
No, you just moved.
Sorry.
So if you want to run, you can actually book it to here and get behind this bit of cover, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
I'm gonna do that actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both the med techs
Then,
are up front.
sorry.
And then what?
And then I was gonna see, is the check still really hard from this point, or?
Well, no. Your running was actually your action. So
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
no worries. It would be easier by 5, but you can't because you can't. All right. So Zigzag, it's your up. Is your action picking up the grenade launcher? Okay. You're muted.
Up the grenade launcher. Can I stow that somewhere on me? Does it have like a strap on it or something like that? Yeah.
It doesn't have a strap, no. So basically, it would just kind of, when you look to your stuff, you kind of see that you have like a spot where it can kind of saddle in, kind of loop in and lock, and you're basically carrying it on your back.
Super safely attach the grenade launcher to my belt loop. And
it's a pretty modern grenade launcher. It's not going to accidentally go off, and there's a safety, so I'll allow you to have switched that over too.
Perfect. It's not a Taurus weapon.
Yeah.
It's
not a single action army or something. It's. Anyways, do you want to move as well or no?
Yeah, I'll move up a little bit. I don't want to get caught too far out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay right behind Crystal.
Okay. Perfect. Next up is Shaker up top.
Okay, so I'm gonna step out here. What do we see?
Sorry. Apologies. I have things.
Okay.
On like really low. So you hear some movement from the hall along the way to your left side. Sounds like people are rushing out, and you actually see somebody come out, kind of looking at you. He's holding a pistol. It sounds like there might be 2 more people behind him.
What do they look like? Do they look like solo types?
Standard punks. They basically are wearing kind of like gear that is pretty standard scav nonsense, like kind of glowy color jackets. They don't have the 2077 has like the face covering modifications. These don't have that, but they have kind of just cyber gear. They look like they're punks, jerks who are willing to do anything for money.
Right, and on the left-hand side, this is a door that I can go through?
No, that's a window that's kind of up a bit, but it's actually you can tell that it's a smart glass window, so it's not actually made out of glass. That window is made out of metal. So yeah.
Okay, so Shaker would motion towards the ones on the left, on the sort of the north and the east, the west that just came in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just kind of blast this one as he's running.
Okay. Go ahead and make that shotgun, and you're going for the head?
Going for the whole thing. Oh, that's really bad.
Let's see.
Can I use a luck point there if I need?
So you want to declare luck before, and it adds to the roll. So that's just going to be a good old-fashioned fumble.
Okay.
That's a total result of 8. So as you kind of rush up, you pull the shotgun up, and he kind of sees it. It's kind of like this weird shotgun coming inside of his head, and he does one of these kind of matrix ducks, and you just hear a smattering of metal smashing against the wall behind him as he's kind of ringing it a bit, but he's got his pistol, and he looks like he could still fight. All right, Shaker done, salt up.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to move around the pillar this way and first see what I see out there. I don't see anybody.
There's 2 guys to the right. There's 2 guys to the left.
I see those.
One of them being Shaker.
All right. Do they have weapons pointed at me, or are they just kind of looky-loos?
They're kind of running. They're actually running full tilt. You do see that they have weapons drawn. They have what look like Wonder Nines, just small arms pistols.
All right. I'm going to kind of yell after them, and I'm going to say, Keep running. I claim this one.
They look
That's
down,
not Matthew McConaughey.
they look down at the dead body of their effective leader. Do you want to? Let's see.
I want to chop this guy's head off. I'm not worried about those guys unless they start shooting at me, and then it may be too late. But
Okay, so you pull out your sword, you grab this dude by the hair, and you just is.
yeah,
is that
I
what
wanted
you're
to
saying?
try to I want to try to like just have my this is what I wanted to try to do. Have my assault rifle in the left hand, pull out the sword, and then just while he's laying on the ground, just whew,
Like one of those
and
like whooshes.
chop the head off, and then put the sword away, and then grab the head, and it's like
Well,
honeypot.
that's a lot for one turn. Let's do the head.
Okay.
Let's do the head cut. So go ahead and
I'll just do the head cut.
just make an attack with the sword.
Oh my gosh! If I mess this up, guys, this will be all on me. I'll see it. All right. It's called a heavy melee weapon.
Attack.
All right.
Yeah. You watch.
Rush it.
You kind of shotgun shot. You kind of look over to the side. He yells the thing he yelled, and then you watch him just bring the Jingyeon down, slashing the neck, and you just see this kind of red across the ground on both sides, and the head kind of just moves to the side. You see the two guys on the other side kind of come out and looking at you, yeah, I'm gonna make cool checks for them to see if they can resist how badass that was. One of them looks like he's about to shit his pants. The other one looks like he's mad about it. Okay, back downstairs.
Other guy shit his pants, or he's just mad about what he did.
One of them shitting his pants. One of them's mad about it. Mad about what he did, and mad about. I get what you did. I see what you did. I like what you did. I don't like what he did. He pooped his pants. Okay, so Dish, you are up. So what you do actually notice is it does seem that the guys on the chairs that were in there have moved. They probably have taken defensive positions near the doors. Based on just the surroundings, your assumption is that the people inside of the building are probably moving to a defensive stature, if there are more than a couple of them. And the woman at the reception desk, you watch as she just kind of disappears beneath the reception desk. So she is underneath it now, in full cover. So you're up. There's no line of sight on it. And like I was saying, you also have a slug thrower. You're not shooting buckshot or whatever.
Right.
So
I mean, I can see like this
yeah.
corner. I can see like that.
And another thing I want to point out: walls do not block
Yeah.
bullets. So if
I'm wanting to try and blow through that wall.
Okay. So go ahead and make. Yeah, that hits. I think. Let me check. I'm pretty sure 20 will work. So you're working from here. We're looking at 13 meters. Shotgun to him. That is going to be 20 to hit. You weren't aiming for the head or anything, or were you?
No, I was just aiming.
That'll work. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. So you'll watch as the first 10 kind of gets ablated by the wall. But you put a big hole in the wall. And you'll note that this interior wall, unlike the exterior walls, which appear to be like stone reinforced with like rebar, this wall appears to be kind of a little more dainty, possibly just like sheetrock. So your shotgun shot bursts through it, and you watch as the gentleman on the other side gets an unwelcome surprise. It does not kill him, but it does look like it hit him pretty hard. And you can see through that wall now.
Nice.
Out of character note for those of you who are DMs in Roll20, this is indeed the map that I spent a shit ton of time creating destructive walls for every single square of wall in this place. So yeah, I was happy to reuse it. Let's go with...
I think this is the third time I played this map.
It's a good map.
I fucking love it. I'm happy every time I see it.
Crystal, you are up, and again, it does look like the shotgun slug throw put a nice, good view of the punk behind that wall. He's a little damaged, but he's, still standing.
Yeah. Move my ruler. Where'd it go? Oh god.
And his body armor looks like it's a bit ablated by the shotgun blast as well.
And so he's about 19 meters away.
Yeah,
Right.
you got
That's
him.
what I.
You got him in. If you're going for regular fire, it'll be a 10 to hit. If you're going
Okay.
for burst fire, it'll be a 10 to hit. He's in perfect range for a rifle.
Sick.
Yeah, 13 to 25 meters is kind of the sweet spot.
We'll just go with the single fire.
Okay, 1 round. Going for the chest or the head. Remember, damage to the head is doubled.
Yeah. Head.
All right, take the shot.
So we don't need that.
All right,
Each
that'll work. Go ahead.
16.
Give me that damage.
21.
All right, he does not appear to have any kind of armor on his person. So as the shotgun bursts through, you immediately hear the sound of the rifle go through, and you watch as his head is 1 orifice plus, and he falls to the ground. Died. All right, Odette. You know, based on that interaction, that there's probably a guy on the other side of the wall as well. On the other side there. There's also a bit of a glass panel there, and you can see kind of his back end. Like the way he's positioned, he's kind of letting himself hang out a bit. So if you wanted to take a shot on him, you could as well. It'll be the same target number as was set for Dan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
All right. Popping up with that Militech Crusher. Give me the heat. Attack with the the rifle, the shotgun.
Oh, here it is. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, so that's a 26. That definitely goes through. Give me the damage.
Oh, sorry. I'm used to D&D. I was like about to click the.
No worries. All right, so you watch as it looks like the armor, or sorry, the wall ablates most of that, and it does look like it gets through and does leave a big hole just like the other shotgun shot did. But when it hits him, you see it kind of, and he kind of like mad, like it doesn't get through his armor.
Rude.
Rude. All right, Zigzag. You're kind of behind Crystal, holding a grenade launcher and a pistol. You can shoot the pistol with one hand, so that's good. And you can hold the grenade launcher. Well, the grenade launcher's backed up, but yeah, you can shoot the pistol with one hand anyway. So, probably not the greatest idea at this distance. Let's see, pistols at 20. You're looking at a 20 target number or difficulty value.
But I've got a move of 7.
You can move up 7 and shoot, yeah. You do know that there's someone behind the receptionist desk, and heavens to Betsy's knows what she went down for.
No mercy.
Oh my god.
Well,
Cobra
I'm just
Kai.
gonna move up to there and heroically hide behind
You can take a shot. I mean,
Dish, and then I'm gonna take a shot.
yeah.
But I'm gonna make sure I'm heroically hiding behind Dish.
Oh, of course.
Heroically.
He is squatted down behind a stone, defense, so you're kind of dropped down below that as well. So go ahead and give me a pistol.
15.
So yeah, you pull out and you moved up. Let me see if you get into the next range bracket or not. I don't think so. No. So you take a shot. It actually hits the door. Kind of, kind of leaves like, because it's a metal door, it leaves like one of those nice shiny kind of, not painted circles, like in GoldenEye. All right.
Perfect.
I knew you would know.
I meant to do that.
That was
Just
sick.
trying to change the environment.
The guy on the other side of the door. You watch as he kind of steps to the side and then jumps through the glass. Like
No, fuck you, cat.
And
Oh,
as
he
he's
really won't get killed.
as he's kind of jumping through the glass, you see him pull the pistol and shoot it out, and he's going to be aiming down range at Crystal, who's the only person not in cover. The bullet, you're pretty sure it just continues on down the passageway. It doesn't even hit the wall. Like he wide to the left so hard, it just left, and he does so twice. His pistol goes ping pang. I will note too. I think the very heavy pistol has a rate of fire of 2. So can you give me another roll for that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. 22?
That would have hit. Go ahead and give me the damage.
11?
Okay, so when he jumps through the glass, he's not in perfect health, and his armor is slightly ablated, but he's still alive, so it didn't kill him.
Yeah, can't say I didn't try.
So, all right. So then another guy pops out, and another guy pops out. Now these two guys, they look like they are carrying SMGs. They kind of pull them up, and they are going to lay down suppressing fire. So as they do so, they are firing at the one on the left is firing at Odette's cover, and the one on the right is firing at Zigzag and Dish's cover. So what that means is basically they're just hail of bullets, full clip into that side, right? So when they make the attack against they're making the attack against your will plus concentration plus 1d10. So go ahead, the two of you, or the three of you rather, go ahead and make a concentration check. Odette, you're good. I need Dish and good. Oh, so you failed. Okay. And Zigzag, I need a concentration check from you.
Is that it's 9?
Oh, that is you. Sorry, I see. Okay, so the two is actually a 7, and Dish's is actually a -1. So Dish, during your next turn, you have to use your action to get to cover and stay in cover as they're laying down the fire. The same is true for you, Zigzag. So you two.
I'm already in cover.
Yeah, but you need to stay in cover as your action during your next turn. So they are laying down fire. You're scared. You rolled the check.
I am scared.
They are shooting at you with a lot of bullets. It's a lot of
Don't
bullets.
poopy your pants.
Know it.
I ain't cleaning that shit up.
We'll be so mad.
The two of you are fine. And Odette, as you're looking at them like, oh, you're just like, what? it's a
Baby.
it's a baby.
What's going on? I'm still kind of hungover.
It's just a little submachine gun. Come on! Come on!
It's a small machine gun.
Someone
It's
dropped
got the
base
word
in here?
sub in it.
I ain't scared of no submachine gun.
If it was super machine gun, maybe, but
The guy who is scared, you watch him use this run action as he rushes through the door and closes it behind him to the north side. Okay? So he's exiting out the front door. The guy who isn't scared of you cutting his friend's head off pulls his pistol out and shoots you twice. And at this distance, it's going to be really hard for him to miss. Because this is his... I mean, he's kind of moving up too. So it's like one range increment. Wow, despite saying that, his first shot does miss, and his second shot just barely hits. So, Kevin, what is your body's armor value? It should be in combat tab at the very bottom.
Alrighty. Hang on a second. My thing is not scrolling down.
No worries.
I'd like to say a quote, but I can't think of one when I'm looking for this. All right, so it would be light armor jack.
Okay, so 11. So then
SP 11, yeah.
Yep. You're gonna so you'll note that there's two values there. There's a max and then there's the SP, right? Lower your SP by 1, so it should be a 10 now. And then you're gonna be taking after the reduction, 1 damage. I did 12 with my pistol, which was
Oh man, good thing I have that armor on.
pretty good because I rolled 2d6 for damage. It was a pretty solid shot. Okay, then to the other side, these folks over here are going to straight up get in on some beat up this guy action. The guy you shot at with the shotgun kind of reaches up and shoots at you with the pistol. He's aiming for your head. He misses, even at point blank, with both his shots. The guy who just run out into the top corner pulls his pistol and starts shooting at you in the chest, Shaker. He hits with both shots. You're in heavy armor, Jack, so 13, right? Combat tab, bottom of the sheet, should see armor.
Combat tab, bottom of the sheet. Heavy armor, Jack, 13.
Alright, so the first one actually doesn't get through, but it's still a blade, so you'll take 1 off your SP value.
So it is, okay, for the body or the head?
For the body, yeah. And then the second shot hit as well, and it doesn't get through 12 either, so it'll ablate 1 more time.
Okay.
And then the guy who is there, he has a pistol in one hand. You see him kind of look at you for a second, and then pull out a combat knife and thrust it in towards your chest. You can make an evasion check.
So that's a skill?
Yeah, it should be under combat. Should have a roll at the top, but if it's not, then it'll
Okay,
be...
I see it.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, so you kind of like see him coming. You've got the shotgun here. You kind of bring the shotgun down and kind of catch the knife and kind of push him aside as you snap back into shooting stance. And
Okay.
looks like we have a bunch of options for shooting.
So is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
It's the one that I missed before.
That's who you're shooting.
Yeah. Did Salt kill that one?
No. Salt spent his turn being a badass, and the rule of cooling it like a champion.
Got it.
If inspiration was a thing, I'd give him all of it.
Nice. So we're gonna shotgun the one. 19.
That'll hit. You didn't say you were going for the head, so it's body shot.
Sure. 18 damage.
And that will not kill him. He is very wounded, though. You actually watch him kind of back off and slam into the kind of wall post there as baby cats get petted. All right, Salt, you are up. That dude just shot you, the guy to your right. But it does look like your friend Shaker has got 3 dudes on him. One's trying to shank him, and 2 are trying to... 2 are succeeding at shooting him, but it looks like his armor's pretty good.
All right. Yeah. Really don't like that guy shot me. So I think what I will do is I'll look over at Shaker and say, all right, I'll be with him in a minute. And I hold my assault rifle in my left hand and my sword in my right hand. Oh, wait a minute. So I have to pick up that head.
Here's the thing. Because you pulled out the sword and used it, and it is a heavy weapon, you have to use it two-handed, okay? The assault rifle is no longer being carried. But because I assume most smart solos have shoulder straps, in fact, I drew one on Crystal, so I'm assuming everyone present has one. That thing is hanging, so you have the sword in hand. You could, as your action, just cut that guy up with the sword, or you can just toss the sword and then, as your action, pull the weapon to shoot. But you can't sheath the sword and then shoot because shooting is the action.
All right, that sounds cool. I think what I will do then is I will walk over towards that guy and kind of like move my sword around, a little bit, like kind of like Indiana Jones style, and be like, did you know that it's a scientific fact that gratitude reciprocates? And then I'll jab him. I'm going to try to just like stick the sword right in his heart.
Okay.
So I can kind of watch his mind work on what I just said.
Yeah, so go ahead and make an attack roll with the sword.
All right. Trying to do that. Attack roll with the sword. Heavy melee weapon. Ooh, that's not the best, but is that good enough?
It beats his evasion. So you see him as you're running up, he's got the pistol like this. He kind of tucks in like this and then kind of tries to dodge, but you kind of see it shift in, bringing it down to point. Go ahead and give me the damage.
All right. Let's see. Damage. There we go.
You watch as it kind of spears through his armor, basically ignoring it, and kind of lances back out. Kind of a drop of blood, like a bit of blood kind of shooting out after the weapon. You can go ahead and make a second attack with it.
All right.
Also hitting my evasion, and then go ahead and give me the damage. You kind of stab, and you kind of see 2 wounds on him, and he kind of backs away, kind of holding the gun off to the side and trying to keep standing, but he doesn't fall over yet.
Can I whisper to him? Now who's crapping their pants?
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, apologies. No, that last one just did it. So yeah, as he's kind of falling down, and you're kind of like, now who's crapping their pants?
Yeah. Right, and then I'm gonna move.
So you would have moved up.
Yeah, can I move back to the head?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're plenty of space. Yep.
Can I swipe it with one hand and maybe
It's
kind
an
of like
action
put
to
it in
pick stuff up, Kevin.
Son of a bitch.
Can't.
I hate all these actions.
These
All right,
ra-
I'll just move back and stay
So-
there until next turn.
To put this into perspective, these rounds are 3 seconds long.
All right.
Yeah.
Not 6 seconds.
It's not Dungeons and Dragons. So,
All right.
Dish, you are up. What we doing?
So can I like? There's still shooting, so I have to stay in cover. Can I do anything?
Well, no, because sorry, I apologize. I shouldn't have even asked you what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
So.
Well, let me
I'm more in cover.
let me double check this. Must use their move action to get to cover.
Can I get to? Can I get
From one cover to another cover.
You have to
is the question.
you have to stay in cover, so you could blind fire, but you cannot move to.
All right, I'll blind fire.
Yeah. So go ahead and just make a shotgun attack roll.
Can I use some luck?
You can spend as many luck points if you want. They just
So
ask
how?
for each
1 for 1.
1 for 1 to the roll. Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
It's probably gonna miss.
Kind of a waste.
Yeah. Or not. Let's see. Shotgun. We're looking at a range of 13. You are not gonna hit. Yep.
All
It just
right.
kind of goes wild. It kind of gets in the department, but it doesn't hit. All right.
Okay.
Crystal. 3 guys lined up. Pretty solid. You can burst fire if you are targeting. Let me see here. For every guy, burst fire is on a single target. Yeah. You could suppress them though if you wanted, but it would be the rest of your clip to do it. It's the same thing that they did to them.
Right. Nah, I'm just gonna shoot one of the guys with the gun.
One of the submachine gunners. Okay.
Yeah. Probably the one over here on the right.
Okay. Take the shot.
Yeah. 18.
At this range, again, perfect. We are in the sweet spot. Yeah, that'll hit. Damage. And were you burst
19.
firing or just single shotting?
Single.
To the head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
We're a headshotter.
Yep. Plank! Thud. Alright, do you want to move at all? I mean,
I'll move up.
You're doing pretty great where you're at. Like,
Yeah, that's true. No, I'll stay here for now.
okay. Odette. You have no penalties or anything if you want to pop out and shoot. At the range you're at, it's going to be a 20 to get them. So if you want to move up and then shoot, that works. Or, yeah, 20 to get them. If you move up at least 1 meter, you can. It'll be a 15 instead of a 20.
Yeah. 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 Where was that? Like right.
Yeah, basically just pop in. Yeah, that works too. So yeah, go ahead and take the shotgun shot. And you're shooting at the other one with the SMG, right? Okay. Yep. Damn.
2 in a row. Let's go.
Alright, give me that damage. And you were gunning for the head, right?
Yep.
Scoop City.
Pew pew.
Shoot. Whoop.
All right, Odette's done.
Looks like somebody put a really good crew together.
Picture. I love it when a plan comes together. Speaking
It's
of
beautiful.
a badass, Zigzag, you are up, and like I said, you are dishing for cover right now. Actually, hold on.
Is that still applied with the person?
No, the guy's dead, so yeah, you're clear.
Cool.
There's one guy remaining.
I can move, well, to here first and then fire on that last guy.
Okay. How far out will you be? Give me a measure.
7.
Okay. 15 is the difficulty value.
I got a 19 on the first shot.
Okay. And were you aiming just body shots?
Just body shots.
Okay. Doesn't seem to do much. It does seem to get through his armor, though, which is ablated. And then that'll hit. And give me one.
12
Ooh,
on
wow.
the second one.
Way to reverse Chad. So you did 1 point of damage on the first one that got through, and then you did enough damage to kill.
That's what I do. Drop that motherfucker.
Thud. And then you kind of do like a sweet spin of the gun to be all Johnny Silverhand like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. At this moment, on the bottom floor, you watch as Matilda pops out of behind the receptionist desk and slams down a massive, massive gun, which everyone who's played in my games before knows exactly what it is. Tsunami Arms Helix. If you are currently in that chasm way, which is all of you, I need you to go ahead and make a concentration check real quick.
That's even Salt and Shaker.
No. You two are upstairs.
Maybe I should have.
Okay.
18.
Okay, Crystal, you're good.
15.
Dish, you're not. Zigzag,
11.
you're not.
Oh,
And Odette, you're fine. Ladies, well done.
ladies.
However, because of your positioning, you two ladies are out in
Let's
the
kill her.
open. So you will be taking damage. The other two, because you're already in cover, you will not be taking damage. However, you will not be forced to flee because of that. That said, these are going into the body, and it looks like I am only hitting with 1 against Odette and 3 against Crystal. So the 1 against Odette will hit the body, so you'll be taking your SP value needs to be reduced by 1, and you'll be taking 8 points of damage after the ablation. So it did a total of 19. And then Crystal, for the first shot, or these are bursts, so that's actually only going to ablate once, so just reduce your SP value by 1. What was it before you reduced it?
10.
Okay, because you've taken some damage from before. So
Yep.
it should be a 9 now. But you will be reducing the first one down to only taking 2 hit point damage, and it stays at the same stack on a burst fire, so you'll be taking 5. So a total of 7 from the 2 hits.
Okay.
And it, just so you know what a Tsunami Arms Helix is, it's got...
Dumb and I can't math, so.
You should only be taking 7 real damage, so you should be at 28 hit points, and you should be at 10 SP on your armor for combat value. But for those of you who aren't familiar, it's got 6 barrels, like a Gatling cannon, but it's a shotgun. So she's literally shooting shotgun rounds out the windows through the holes you created and just putting them down range. You can see now that her arms appear to be Borg arms, and she's just holding onto that thing, letting them scatter through. But yeah, if you failed your concentration check, which again the 2 people who are already in cover did, you're gonna stay in your cover. You can still act, but you have to be in cover when you do. All right, back upstairs. By the way, you're hearing this. Oh man, I love that gun. I love that gun.
I want that gun.
It's right there on the table.
Get it.
We gonna take it.
But yeah, Shaker, you are up. Oh, sorry, these guys have to fight you. Shoot. 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 Make 2 evasion checks for me, Andy.
Okay, let's see. So evasion is right there. 1, 2.
Can't touch you. You're too good. So they are trying to shoot headshots, and you're basically kind of ducking and weaving as they're kind of putting the guns in your face. Like if you've ever seen Equilibrium, that shit's happening right now. And then the guy comes in with the knife, and you're just like, with the switching the gun from arm to arm, blocking it out. You're up again.
Yeah, we'll go for the head this time because I made that mistake last time.
Are you shooting the same guy or a different guy?
The same guy, 22.
Don't even roll damage. If you rolled all ones on the damage, it would have scooped him. That's a dead man. All right. Salt, you are up. Still sword in hand.
Little help over here.
If you want, you can just... Are you going for the head this time, or are you going to settle to help?
Well, yeah, I see that he seems to be handling himself still. So I'm going to grab that head and throw it in my old camo Jansport backpack that I found one time in the trash. And I bring it on all my missions because it's awesome.
I really like you.
The head fits in there perfectly.
Yep. Perfect. There's a head in the bag. All right.
And
The
then
sponsor of today.
I do have a question though. What would I have time to like sheath my sword or no?
I'll be fair. I'll allow it. Yeah, you sheath the sword and kind of grab the head and throw it in the bag.
Yeah, put it in the backpack. And then I look over at my buddy Shaker and I'm like, "You've got this, man."
And then you leave.
No, I don't leave. Oh, no, I'm going to help you out eventually here.
Just not right now.
Just not right now.
Dish on the back outside, like I said, you are in cover, so you are kind of holding your position there. The rounds are coming down pretty hot and heavy. Do you want to blind fire out again, or do you want to try and... well, that's pretty much it, really.
Got a blind fire. Actually, I rolled a crit on my blind fire before. There's no point.
Well, you rolled a...
There's no point.
No, you didn't.
I rolled a 20 something.
Right, because +5. But you didn't roll good on the second roll. You can hold on to your round. I mean,
I'm just gonna hold on. I'm wasting ammo, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so just maintaining cover. You can also ready. No, that's not gonna help at all either. All right, Crystal. Just bad rolls, Dan.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. Crystal, you are out in the open, so if she continues suppressing, you're pretty sure you're going to be out in the open, but you're pretty sure she won't be able to because that clip's going pretty fast. Do you want to return fire?
Yeah. Can I? Where is she?
She's behind the receptionist desk. Yeah, but she's out in the open. If you shoot at her body, it will have to go through the receptionist desk. If you shoot at her head, it's out in the open. She's at 25 meters. If you're shooting her in the, if you're shooting at her, it's going to be a 10 either way, burst fire or regular fire. If you're going for the head, it'll be a 15. So you want to go for the head?
Yeah.
Do you want to burst fire?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me that roll. So we're looking for a 16 or better.
Woo! 16, right on the money.
One of the 3 rounds gets through, or 4 rounds rather gets through. So you watch as her head gets hit by one. Go ahead and give me the damage.
20.
That is enough to cake her.
Hey.
She as she kind of, you watch her head kind of get smacked and kind of throw back, and as she does, she kind of lifts the helix upwards. 1 second.
Oh no.
Kevin, give me an evasion roll.
Sorry,
what
Kevin.
roll?
Evasion.
Evasion. Oh shit! Is he gonna hit me? That would kind of ruin my
Firing
zone.
up through the floor.
All right, evasion. That's under combat or no skills.
It should be under combat as well, yeah.
Oh, I thought it'd be under skills.
It is under skills as well. It's in the top right.
Oh, okay, top right. All right, cool. Here it is.
Good enough. So you actually you hear the shooting from below. You kind of give the thumbs up, and then you start to see rounds kind of go into are come up out of the floor near where you're at, and you can see that there's a pattern. They're kind of coming towards you because as the rounds are kind of going up, it's kind of pulling the rounds back towards you, the line. So you actually kind of do like a quick dive roll, and you can move 2 squares to the left or 2 squares to the right to get out of the pattern. But you basically see this nice kind of stream of bullets kind of come through the floor.
It's getting a little close for our comfort, Shaker.
All right, Crystal, did you have any other movement?
I was gonna start moving forward.
Okay.
Move up. Hold on. Wrong goal.
All right.
Move there.
Odette, you're on deck. It doesn't look like there's any current visible targets that you can see. The big shooting has stopped. It's stopping. It's not finished yet. It will end at the end of the round. That thing keeps going regardless. Yeah, you could move closer to it. You could move into the door that Zigzag's at. You could move into the door that's opposite of where Zigzag's at. You do remember from the documents that if she's anywhere, she's like over on the east side of the building somewhere.
Mhm.
Did you get that, 70?
What? Sorry.
No, it looks like you're having some issues with your headset. Sorry. So it's
Oh no, it's just really hurting.
Oh, okay. Steal your husband's. This is nice looking. But if you want, you can go to Zigzag's door, or you can go to the door opposite you, opposite him, or you can go south towards where the tsunami arm helix is done shooting. You do know that from the briefing that the woman you're looking for, if she's anywhere, she's going to be on the east side of the building.
This door here, is anyone, like, are you going in there, or are you just...
He was hiding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was heroically hiding behind cover, but my plan now is to go in.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna team up over here.
Well, you can actually go through the door first if you want.
Oh, is that a good idea, though?
You got a shotgun, and you've been pretty on point so far.
You know what?
You're a lot
Fuck it.
better
Let's do
than I
it.
am.
Kick down the door. Kick it down. Let's do it. Shoot first. Ask questions later.
Based on what I was seeing there, it looks like you got about
Hell
2
yeah.
squares more of movement if you want to pump a little bit forward. You do know that from the briefing that Beatkeeper, the guy you were looking for who is a cutter, is somewhere on this side of the place. But yeah, that said, you can also ready an action because you're moving down the hall. You can ready an action or hold an action. If somebody comes out, you shoot them with a shotgun.
Yep, I'm gonna ready.
Okay. Zigzag, you are up. It looks like you've got, a pretty solid heater with you. You gonna move in?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's do this fucking thing.
Do you move out towards the around the corner, or?
I can only get that far. I've got to move a 7.
Okay, you're close enough that you can see out. You can go ahead and pop forward one more square, but I'll have you move back afterwards. You do
Okay.
see a guy in a bright yellow hazmat suit kind of look over at you, and you can see that it's kind of steamed up a bit in his head. And as he kind of sees you, you can see that he's heading south and was headed south from his current position. He is currently holding something. It looks like a glass case, but the glass is kind of like a frosted glass. The only thing you can tell is that it has some sort of liquid in it.
Can I fire at him?
I'll allow it.
Ooh, 14.
At this range, yeah, that's a near miss. So,
Oh, sorry, 14 minus 4, so 10.
yeah, even worse. And then
21 on the second shot.
that'll hit. Go ahead and give me that damage.
10.
All right. You watch as it goes clean through the hazmat suit and hits him square in the chest. he kind of falls down to his knees, and he kind of like you see him kind of like precarious with the thing. He's kind of looking at it, and then he kind of slides forward and it kind of across the linoleum floor, and he kind of hits the ground. And as you kind of watch him kind of laying like prostrate like this with the weird device in front of him, you can see that just like this pool of blood kind of starts to eat out around him.
Perfect.
Didn't look like he had much to him. All right, on one, you let out a gunshot. Lots of gunshots have been let out, and you kind of move on to the. There's nobody downstairs. I don't think I have any more people to shoot you with. So back upstairs to the cool kids neighborhood. There's two dudes trying to kill. Give me 2 evasion checks, and I'm gonna go ahead and step in with my knife here as well. Actually, give me a total of 4 evasion checks. God damn. Alright, well, he hasn't rolled less than a 19, so they are all just stabbing and stabbing. And you are shotgun still kind of.
Oh yeah.
I knew sending Salt Shaker up top was the perfect plan because I did the perfect plan. It was all me. I put this team together.
You know what the secret spice is? Right?
Secret
We've got the
spice.
greatest minds.
No.
Don't do it, Kevin.
Okay, just because it looked like I was doing his weird, jerking off dance doesn't mean that you can. No. Oh wait, you were doing Bernie, weren't you? I don't know anymore.
Well, it was a bad one. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough. It sounded like another guy. Who
We
was just-
Fortnite dancing.
Yeah. So Shaker, you are up. There's 2 of them.
Is one of them injured?
Neither of them is.
Okay, one directly in front of me, headshot.
Bing. Is that 22?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that scoops. Go ahead and give me. Yep, he's dead. He's a
It scoops.
He's a dead person. There's literally nothing left at the top of his head. All right, and then assault rifle up and tag. Single shot to the head.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Give me that assault rifle roll.
Well, let me give you that roll. Sorry, I got to get ready to do that.
No worries. It's going to be a 15 for this one. If you want to back off of him, you can actually get.
That's fine. I'm doing it right where I am.
Okay.
Was it 22 hit?
Yeah, that'll work. And I'm pretty sure the damage will do it. He's a dead person.
Cool.
All right.
5-5, Salt.
So you can see that there are a couple of other people, especially to the north of you, and they're kind of sitting in chairs. They genuinely look like they are completely out of it, like on some sort of drug. If you do tend to take a look at it, it does appear to be some sort of opiate, if you're curious. Is there anything that you wanted to do on the top floor? Again, real quick note, we've gotten to a point where there's nothing else to fight except for people who are very high. So, do you want to just go around and shoot all of them?
No mercy.
I don't, man. That's bad karma.
This is Cyberpunk.
Go for it.
They are,
That could be good
They're
karma.
a bunch. They're a bunch of scabs.
Kevin, so you would know that scabs basically make their money by finding innocent people and then using them to be fodder. They rip them apart and make money off of their bodies. They don't care who you are. Like if you're just some, kid or, some grandma, if you've got a working ticker, that thing can sell for 8,000 eddies, no problem, on the black market or the red market.
I just want to say
red
one
market.
thing. Life's
Didn't
barely
bring my
long
phone.
enough to get good at one thing. So be careful what you get good at. But yeah, I'm gonna kill these guys too.
Okay, so if you guys start cleaning up on the second floor, go ahead and do me a favor and make me a perception check, the both of you, and then I'm going to deal with the downstairs floor as you guys are doing that. Downstairs, you have the weird thing, the liquid thing that he's got. That doesn't look like it's part of the job or anything. It looks like it's something totally different. The two of you, well, actually mainly Odette, you can go ahead and make a pharmaceuticals check.
Yeah, I actually wanted to go over there, just kind of kick him in the head a bit to make sure he's dead and check that out.
Yeah, he's a dead person. But the weird thing that he had, if you're familiar with that Hideo Kojima game, what's it called? The
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Oh yeah.
The case looks like that. The liquid inside is kind of like a bluish color instead of orange, but there's no baby inside. But it does look like it's kind of the same kind of case, just filled with blue, weird liquid.
Oh, where's pharmaceutical? I'm crazy.
Oh, sorry. It should be a roll on your front page. And if you look, you'll see that there's medtech, and then there's 3 options beneath it. Pharmaceuticals is the middle one. It's not your specialty, but you can do it.
11.
You're not sure. If you had to venture a guess, you're pretty sure that it's probably an illegal substance, more than likely a drug.
Be something good to keep, like to sell, or
You don't know. I mean, definitely going to be a lot of heat on that one. But apparently, this scab wanted to get out of here with it alive, and it's the only thing he seems to have picked up. But yeah.
I'll go ahead and pocket it then.
Other than that, that guy has a hazmat suit. Not going to really do much. Most stuff, like I know the D&D mentality is usually, oh, they drop stuff, grab it all up. In this game, picking up a Wonder 9 is like, you know, you're wasting more space than you are doing anything else. But yeah. Meanwhile, those of you that are in the middle row, that would be Dish and Crystal. What are you two doing? Gonna go check out that gun?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you'll note is that it did have only one drum container, or it's a box magazine that kind of slots underneath, and it looks like it's completely expended. The other thing
Scabs, good for nothing.
The other thing you'll note is that it is a Tsunami Arms Helix, which requires a body of 11 or better to be able to utilize, just like the Cowboy. And this one does not have a special, like, kindergarten mode slot firing. It's either all in, big arms, go get it, or you don't get to shoot it at all. But it's
Big
not
sad.
too heavy that you can't carry it, and you definitely know for sure how much they cost because you've seen them in your solo books. That's a $1,500 or that's a $15,000 weapon that you're currently sitting on.
Yeah. We coming back for that.
Well, you can pick it up right now. No one
Wait.
else.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you can just pick it up. Like it's too big to shoot. Like
Oh, okay.
It's not too big to handle. Like it's not because it's so massive. It's because it's
The
firing
recoil.
12 gauge rounds at, like, I think it's I can't even remember the rate of fire from a long time ago, but it's like 5 every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's mean.
Basically throw me through the wall.
Dish, is there anything that you wanted to scope out on the...
No, I just had the cryo chamber ready and to harvest the heart.
Okay. Yeah, she's not present.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to her.
Okay. So you kind of go out and check out the east wing then. Opening up that door, you'll see it looks like a scab actually bodied him or zeroed himself. Like they're laying there with a gun kind of laid off to the side. Looks like they shot their own head off. And it's fresh, like they just did it. Moving past them, you find a door that's been opened, kind of left open. Going into it, it's a small apartment. This is kind of over this way. And you would see that there's a bedroom that's kind of segmented from the apartment proper. And the door's closed, but only just. It's like slightly open. And when you pop it open, you see that there's a woman in kind of like white, like patient garment, laying on a bed, spread eagle. Her arms are tied to the posts of the bed with what looks like leather belts. And she looks like she's breathing.
So we could just take her.
I'll do first aid.
Okay. Go ahead and make a first aid check. What'd you get?
16.
Okay, so you can see that she is not conscious. She does appear to be in a catatonic state. From what you can tell, she does seem to have a number of track marks on her left and right arms. It does look like she has been forcibly medicated, and from what you can tell too, you've seen something very similar to this kind of patient garment. You're very familiar with your origins, and you are very certain that she is not just a regular person. She might be around 18 years old, and you're pretty sure she's similar to you in that she was born in a lab.
Cool. She needs to stay alive.
Sure. You don't have a medical scanner on you?
No.
Or any kind of ways of kind of looking into her, but
Is she stable to move? Stable enough to move?
at this point, yeah, you would assume so. You're pretty sure that speed heal would probably come into play here if you want to just drop it into her.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
It'll definitely stabilize her because she's kind of like a little below what would be kind of like normal heart rate and blood pressure. She's just kind of like cooled out,
Okay.
And so when you pump her for the speed heal, she kind of she doesn't come to or anything, but she seems to kind of regulate. Like she's not as cold. But yeah, you're able to. Your body's pretty heavy, so you can kind of get her up into your arms, and kind of start walking out. And I assume that everyone kind of meets back in the middle, and those folks upstairs, you can kind of hear gunshots going on upstairs. You probably are hollow in, hey, it's not we're not shooting anybody. That it's no problem here. You do find upstairs the extra Ripper doc, and he says, hey. He kind of raises his hands as you kind of come into the room, shake her insult. I don't want to die here. I was only doing the work because they've got my kids. I know something that'll help you out. You let me go from here, and I'll tell you.
What do you got?
So, look. These scabs aren't a small-time group, okay? They're actually a part of a bigger kind of deal here, a gang, and a lot of them are planning on taking Haywood pretty serious. So I don't know who you're working for or working with, or if you can get a hold of the NCPD or anything, but from what I understand, this place is just a start point, the base of operations. They're running liquid blue through here, and they're planning on moving it through Haywood. Once they start taking the streets with it, whole city will be theirs. No time. He looks over to the girl on the table. They kill him before they bring him to me. And they don't do it pretty. I know my hands aren't clean, but hopefully that's enough to let me walk the fuck out of here.
You can go.
Looks over. He says, alright. And he, you see him kind of go for something in a counter, and you see him kind of pull out an agent, kind of slip that into his pocket, and he heads out.
What do you think, Shaker? You believe what he said?
It seems plausible. I don't know. No reason to kill him. Let's see what they did upstairs.
Downstairs.
We're downstairs.
We're upstairs.
You all meet into the middle area.
Wait, do I see this guy leaving? Does he come through a common lobby or something?
Make a perception check.
He's like out of the fire.
Yeah, so you would actually notice two things. There's a good distance away, kind of heading out in the same direction as where your car is. a scav who has got a really large gain on you guys, and it looks like a shit stain in their pants. And then there's the doctor who's not too far away, who's kind of coming down the stairs and just kind of walking, and you see him kind of pull out his phone, and it's kind of bright. The only reason you see it is because it's a bright light in the darkness, and he seems to be kind of fucking with his agent. He's a good distance away, but not like...
Well, he's distracted. I want to try and sneak up on him.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Where the fuck?
Underbody.
Okay.
He kind of turns and looks over at you as you're kind of trying to move up on him. And he says, "Hey, your friend upstairs let me go. He killed everybody else on the floor. What the fuck?"
I want to grapple him and handcuff him.
You're a pretty good distance away from him.
Okay. My aims are still the same. I'm going to grapple him and handcuff him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a brawling check. You kind of try and get a hold of him, and he kind of wriggles free, pushes you aside, and then runs. And he's pretty fast. Like movement 9, and he's going 3 times that. Like he's booking it.
I want to clip his leg with a shotgun.
Okay. At this range, it's going to be a hard DC. Or high, 20... He just ran 9, 27. So we're looking at 27 meters. Go ahead and shoot. You wing old kind of like rusty breast bucket, and you see him just kind of continue on booking it out. Everyone else hears the shotgun shot outside. Kind of look out in that direction. Now
Overcomes. I'm like, why are we letting people leave? What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's not the big keeper, is he?
We don't
yell
know
from
who
the other
he-
room. I got him.
Then we don't get paid for that one. Who gives a fuck? Is better safe as a fucking bullet.
We might get more money the more bodies we got.
There's so
Life-
many fucking bodies everywhere. You think one more is going to fucking matter?
Stephanie, as they're kind of chiming on about that, you're the only one who can really snap zoom on him with the teleoptics. Do you try and get an eye on him? Okay.
Yeah.
So outside of the wreckage area, there's kind of a like an uphill, and then there's the car where it's parked, and you can see that the scav that the shit his pants, he got away. He's good. He made it out. But you see the doctor kind of climb up to the top of that ridge and kind of stop and kind of look around, and then you see out of the shadows this woman kind of come out of nowhere. She's wearing like a black kind of like professional looking like leather top, and she's wearing kind of like a mini skirt just above the knee kind of skirt that looks like it's also made out of leather. As she kind of comes out of the shadows, you see the guy kind of like hesitantly backing away, and then you watch as 2 guns come out of nowhere in this girl's hands, and she just rips him into shreds with the guns. You hear a loud after a fashion. It seems like the sound kind of doesn't catch with the sight of him getting killed. And everyone kind of hears that and kind of looks over in that direction. No one else besides you see that woman. Go ahead and roll a d10. Yeah, you actually recognize her based on stories. So, kind of ghost stories, really. You know of a woman known as Black Megan, who is a hit woman, who has never failed a job. She's like top tier, like assassin. She is the most scary, like she's the John Wick of your kind of mentality.
Dear God.
She just seems to have
Baba Yaga.
appeared out.
Oh, what a woman.
She just appeared out of the shadows, shot this guy
Just
to
a
ribbons,
single.
and then left.
Hey guys, we might have some problem. There's a pretty badass lady coming our way.
You're pretty confident that what she came here to do, she did.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Do we
See,
wanna-
the problem is solves itself. You worry too much, Dish.
We want to take
I
off
just don't
those
like
turrets?
leaving weak points. I mean, we literally.
Perfectly fair. I was really hoping you didn't chase him. even though it is a one shot. But yeah, that said, so the Tsunami Arms Helix goes to, unless anybody's arguing, it seems like she's kind of called it for her bringing the grenade launcher to help out, and it being so helpful, she should get this bonus of a Tsunami Arms Helix. Is anybody arguing with her?
Shiro's just
No,
causing
but
issues.
I want her to know that I let her have it.
Yeah. So, sorry. Zigzag's like, I did bring you on this sweet job.
I'm happy to let you have it, but I gave it to you.
I'll remember this.
Of course.
You're
You gonna take out those turrets upstairs though?
So,
Yes. Do we need to
Double?
well, that's a good point. But ultimately, the purpose of them being knocked out was so that they could
clear out the building, and we cleared out the building already.
Oh.
If you
So-
Are we still getting double though?
real talk, if you
We're getting more than double, if I'm understanding the payment correctly. We
That's-
killed
Yeah.
everybody in the whole building. That was more than double. Like that's
Great. That's all Crystal
at least,
cares about.
That's at least 5 times, if not more.
Excellent. That's all Crystal cares about.
Did we already rip all the body parts out? Is that good?
yeah. So
Yeah.
the thing is you didn't have to rip it out. Dan, I didn't ask you that question, but you went into total ninja mode with a shotgun in the hand while you were carrying a woman. I still let you do it, but I'm assuming you dumped her somewhere. Where
yeah.
did you leave her?
In the building.
Oh, okay. I thought you said if she's able to move, and then you picked her up and carried her out into the main center area.
No, I carried her to the
It's okay.
group.
It's okay. Okay, so then you laid her out in like the flower bed, and then darted off after the guy. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I saw a guy leaving.
I totally forgot about it. I let you go with cool face mode, forgetting that you were holding a whole ass woman in your arms.
I could set her down.
Multitasking.
I got a body of 7, man. Come
No,
on.
that's fine. You haven't taken the perk that lets you use a weapon while no.
Right.
Video game. So that said,
It's a tabletop.
gathering everything together, what you will note is the only things that are really of worth besides the things that you came to recover are scrapped because you butchered the 2 turrets. They might have been worth something if they were, in working order, but they are completely useless at this stage. Not only the grenade launcher just detonating in them, but also their rounds cooking off inside of them. They are garbage, less than scrap. And then the Tsunami Arms Helix, of course. You acquire all those things. As far as ripping, there really isn't much in body parts either. Most of these people are druggies, and substance abuse does not really make the Ganics worth a while. And most of the cyber gear here is cheap knockout shit. The only thing that would be worth anything to anyone, specifically the Ripper Doc, there is a spinal column upstairs that I mentioned, and a pair of lungs, and they do appear to be cyberware. If you want to snatch those.
Yoink.
Boom, boom. And Dan, does your Ripper Doc have any arguments with the player who plays regularly every week?
I mean, this character's like gone, right?
I mean, he may be played again.
There's no point.
He will definitely come back as an NPC, if nothing else.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
Fair enough. You can have the spine and the lungs. Fair enough. The rest of you exit out accordingly. You message Grease Zigzag on your internal that the mission's accomplished. You are immediately wired the amount of money that this job would basically pay out, and your supervisorial internal AI and your agent automatically splits the cash out to everyone. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, how much is it? How much should we get paid? The final amount per player is 60,000. So the 2 of you ladies are going to be walking into your next mission
Loaded.
slightly a little bit more cheddarified.
You two can share my 60,000.
No, you can't do that.
Why not, Jonathan? I am smitten with these ladies. And that grenade launcher, yeah.
A whole ass railrod from space falls on your character and kills you.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
From space.
But no,
I'll buy the lungs and the spine for 60.
serious mode. You finish. The lungs and the spine might be worth more to you just keeping them, because I believe the next process you guys were talking about was doing some surgery to make some of you guys cooler anyways.
By the way, how do I add? Do I just write it in?
Yeah,
Like-
there should be an add button in gear, and you just put it in there. You don't actually put it in your cyberware because you're not
Man,
equipping
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
makes me sad. There's so many eddies.
oh yeah, no, it's a good start. But yeah,
Join the Tuesday game.
They're nothing. Nothing.
Hey man, you guys need a French fixer.
We
I'm
can-
free every
My
Tuesday.
husband found you hilarious, so as far as I'm concerned.
what I think would be fun is if we occasionally have someone cycle through, or a couple of people cycle through if you guys are free. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I just don't like
That'd
the
be fun.
60,000 eddies I have just going to nothing.
Well, put it on your character sheet. Make sure it's notated, and we can discuss if you have a Tuesday free, which I don't think is going to be too common for you.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's going to be the least.
That's what I'm saying. I should just give him my eddies.
Or if we have a Friday night that doesn't seem to roll out, then we can do whatever, you know.
All right.
I have
Figure it
no
out.
life, so Friday is great for me.
Fair enough. But yeah, that said, I will discuss IP with those of you who will need it in future reference. I've still got to tally out stuff from past sessions, but it's about midnight in game, and I'm assuming at that point everyone basically is just going to kind of hop into the wagon and head on back into Haywood.
Did Salt lose his vehicle?
No.
No,
Perfect.
we never fired
All that
it.
bitching for nothing, Kev.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was DM, it would
My
have gone.
car,
What,
my home.
what you
That
do-
is my home, though.
You do
You could buy a new one now.
You do notice
Yeah.
some people tagged on it, so there's some graffiti on it. But other than that,
It just looks cooler now.
Some-
Yeah,
Like-
right? They fucking raised the market value on that piece of shit. You're welcome.
give it a new paint
Can I read you
job.
guys? Can I read you guys my favorite Matthew McConaughey quote that I didn't use?
Well, you're gonna
Sure.
have to.
Listen to this.
Whether we want it or not.
This one's great. Listen to it. Oh God. Oh, a man should always have his diary on him. That way, he's guaranteed to have something incredible to read.
Oh my god.
Is that crazy? Or what? Like something he actually
man.
said that. Of course, he's famous, so
You get away with saying anything when you're famous.
Yeah.
yeah. Like his story is incredible.
Maybe.
There's a lot of people that are not very good.
Anyways, you should create a poser gang called the McConaughey's.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Thanks for watching, those of you that did. Looks like we had a pretty decent. I do
That's
appreciate.
not bad.
I do appreciate the comment from one of the viewers saying that made the shades are screaming Keanu Reeves. So
Heck yeah.
You're not going to take him off now.
I'm never gonna. This is my face now. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll go ahead and kill the stream. Have a good night. And our Tuesday
Bye-bye.
game is regular for Cyberpunk, and Friday should be returning back to Turtle Time next Friday. See ya.
Turtle time.